Hardy, Somerset, get in here.
Huh?
Are we in trouble?
Hey, boss. What's going on?
Take a seat.
Should I resit? I'm gonna resit in my chair. Okay, I'm resitting in my chair.
What's this about?
Tegan, they say Ohio in Ohio, Somerset.
Ohio gozaimasu!
Rocky, big-ass, titties, Hardy.
Is that my new street name? Is that what they're calling me out there?
I leave the station house for 1 week.
Yeah?
1 week.
Yeah.
And someone dropped a deuce in the coffee maker, and all the robbers are out of the jail cells.
What? That's an exaggeration. I'm not sure if that's what really happened.
To be fair, they did promise me candy.
Oh my god, Tegan.
The person who dropped the deuce or the robbers?
The robbers.
Detective Somerset, did you even get that candy?
No.
That's what I thought. Now get out there and bring me back a successful true crime podcast so that way we can all make lots of money.
Oh, no.
Alright. Let's see what I can do about that one, boss.
Roger, Dodger.
Hey, everybody, you're on the beat with Impossible Coin. I believe I've already introduced Tegan, they say Ohio in Ohio, and Rocky, big ass titties, Hardy. We are not a true crime podcast. We talk mostly about video games, some other stuff. And I guess I have returned from the wilderness, like so much Jesus. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
You came back from the dead. You did rise from the dead.
You did rise from the dead.
That remains to be seen. So, well, Tegan, I think the thing that everybody here wants to know, or at least I do, is did you play your Steam trash?
I tried to play my Steam trash. It was as horrible as you would imagine.
To be fair, we can imagine it being pretty horrible.
I mean, I didn't, I have to give it another go, honestly. I'm not sure if it was, like, because it was the late hour, or because I was really distracted, but I didn't get very far, or do very much. But, oh boy. Oh boy.
Tell us about it.
Okay. Oh no, Steam is updating! I can't even tell you what I did! Stop it. Stop installing the update. Don't stop. Whatever. Fuck it. So I basically, it didn't do anything in it. I, like, ran around a little bit, got a little confused, you know.
Tegan, I hate to be a bit of a buzzkill.
No!
But I'm looking at the things that you've brought to the table for your agenda today, and I see that, like, one of them appears to be kind of a buzzkill, actually a lot of a buzzkill, so I figure, why don't we go ahead and rip that Band-Aid off and get that done, so that way we can move back into dumb shit.
Okay. So, as any of you know, there was a shooting at Google/YouTube headquarters in, San Bruno. And, 4 people were, shot. And then, obviously, the shooter was shot. And she, was apparently upset because, of the new monetization policies, is what it seems to be. You know. But a bunch of people have been asking their favorite creators for their thoughts on these kinds of shootings since they're happening with such frequency. And since this particular one happened basically in their business, their, you know, at their work, even if most of them, you know, are technically off location. And so one of my the first YouTuber I ever started to watch was Hank and John Green for the Vlogbrothers channel. Back in, God, like
2010?
February 2007 or 2007.
Okay.
Because they started Brotherhood 2.0, the project, in January 1st of 2007. And I joined the whole group, like, really quick after that because, you know, I was in high school. I didn't have anything else to do. The internet was the only thing I was allowed to do after school because I couldn't go hang out with people and stuff. Anyway, so, people were asking Hank to make a video about mass shootings for this week. Because, like, just with, like, the March of Our Lives thing and then this. So they're like, can you, like, do a video about it? Because, like, you have a lot of young people in your audience and, like, we want to know your thoughts on it. And he was like, so he instead did a Twitter thread on it because he was having trouble making a video about it. So, I'm just gonna read it straight from his Twitter feed. And I hope it makes sense to you, because it made sense to me. Like, anyway, there are thoughts on it. So he says, and I quote, when things happen that don't fit into our stories of the world, we want them explained. And if they can't be easily explained with our current worldview, we have to shift that worldview. And in doing so, the world as we imagine it becomes worse. I've heard people ask why we spend so much time talking about mass shootings when they're not a huge slice of gun violence. This is why. They don't fit with our story. We don't understand how they could happen. And so we have to shift how we imagine the world. We explain these tragedies in a way that best fits with our worldview. Each of us puts the blame in the place where it feels most comfortable. We work hard to make our world worse in the best way we can. Different people explain it in different ways. We put the blame on different things. And when we hear someone else's explanation that's different from ours, that feels like an attack because it seems like they're taking the bad thing and making the world even worse with it. This is why mass shootings weigh so heavily on us. We're trying to make sense of them, and that process highlights the differences in the way we imagine the world. But it never actually fits with our story, and if this one doesn't, the next one won't. Because mass shootings are a disease that our society has now, and like any serious disease, they can take advantage of multiple failings both inside the shooters and inside our society. And I think that speaks a lot to the different kinds of narratives we have around shootings. Like, there's the whole guns don't kill people, people kill people. There's the whole, like, if they'd had access to better mental health stuff, if the victims had called someone out, like, and just whoever you choose to blame dictates how you interact with the story, you know?
I get that.
Yeah. So there's gonna be a bunch of different, as always, you know, they're gonna be like, why didn't this woman's family, you know, try and reach out to her more and make her feel like, you know, whatever? Why didn't she put more effort into her content and adapt with the times? Why didn't, you know, YouTube actually have policies that benefit, like, smaller channels instead of only benefiting the larger channels? Why, like, whatever, man. Like,
Tegan,
people are fucked up, and this is fucked up.
Do you have...
Do I what?
A name offhand for the person who said, why didn't she put more effort into her content and adapt with the times? I'd like to know the name of the person who said that.
No, it was just one of the things that I heard surfacing from the Twitter stuff I was reading on it.
Yeah, it's some nameless, like, Twitter goon.
Somebody who probably doesn't even YouTube, you know?
Basically, whoever you are, fuck you. I'm not going to even try and... I'm not going to put a bow tie on that. I'm not going to doll that up. I'm not going to make it sexy for you. Just fuck you. The takeaway I had from this business is that, like, there are things that we expect the conversation to be about in the realm of politics and governance. And in the realm of politics and governance, the conversation needs to be about gun control. But there is a different conversation that needs to be had in the tech sector about the the fact that technology at this point and the rapid advent of it has made tech companies the captains of culture. These people define the direction of our society now. And that's where companies like Google / YouTube, Microsoft, fucking Uber need to...
Amazon,
exactly. Like, these companies are defining the direction of global society. And there was a fantastic essay that was written by Ian Bogost, who we... Who what?
I missed that guy. I haven't heard from much in a while.
Yeah, he's great. He writes pretty regularly for The Atlantic, and most of his books are awesome. I think, are advocates for Mr. Bogost work here. I think the only time we've ever thrown him some heat was when he said video games are better without stories.
Yeah,
I think that's the only time.
Yeah. But he had this essay which opens with the following. I always wince when I hear someone lament that there are no words to express something. Words
True.
Are the tools humans possess, before all others, for expression. To claim that they have no power is to forsake mutual compassion that the communication affords. So I winced on Tuesday upon seeing nearly identical responses to the YouTube shooting from Google CEO Sundar Pichai and YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki. I'm sorry if I mangled your name, ma'am. There are no words to describe the tragedy that occurred today, she began. Almost 2 hours later, issued a tweet. There are no words to describe how it felt to have an active shooter at YouTube today. Both statements went on to offer sympathy and support to the YouTube community, along with gratitude to first responders. They are nearly identical, and they reek of collaborative authorship by a corporate public relations entity. He then goes on to cite other Silicon Valley CEOs who specifically said there are no words, and then just went on to be and we offer sympathy and support and thanks to first responders. Just there are no words has become the secular thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
I slightly disagree.
Well, then I think I might have something to offer in response to that. So, because he lends further specificity to why he finds this specific phrase challenging.
Mm-hmm. I'm eagerly listening.
Okay. When faced with the ineffable, it is a cop-out to give up. To say there are no words is not the same thing as saying, I have no words.
Right.
At least that move would show some belly. No, there are no words is an existential claim. What happened cannot be processed by human cognition and transformed to artful utterance.
And that's actually bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the distinction that he's, dialing in on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was going to say, I'd argue, saying there are no words shortly after that kind of a tragedy is more like, I haven't had the time to properly process this and come up with the words.
But you see...
So right now, there are no words I can say.
But the thing is, Tegan, is right there, you just had some words. You're I'm still processing this.
Right.
Yeah. So
but CEOs don't get that opportunity.
Sure they do.
Faces don't... They do, but they don't, Because of their very public nature, they have to have much more clever wordsmiths behind them to appear in control and commanding in times of need, even if they aren't actually. And so that's why I think, the early YouTuber crowd is much better at, because they weren't ever in YouTube for the fame. So when YouTubers, like the more modern YouTubers are like, there are no words. It's like, you know, they don't, I mean, whatever. They're just saying what they think they have to say because they don't know how to say it. Whereas actual YouTubers, like, from, like, the old days will be like, I'm gonna have a hot take. It's gonna take me a hot minute, but I'm gonna have a take. And I just need some time. And they're not afraid to say that because they know their audience understands that. Whereas, like, people in positions that are that have more influence over the direction of the business as a whole, have to be more cautious, but also have to respond before they have a chance to process. So while they're still processing, them saying there are no words is just what they have to say to get people to stop bothering them for a comment.
Well, then I propose that no longer work. This is my humble proposal. Like, there's a couple...
Like we say, you don't get to have no words, you have to say something, you fucks, and shake them down by their, like, we hold them by their, what's it called? The folds on the front of their blazers. What are those called?
Lapels.
Yeah, the lapels! We grab them by the lapels!
Yeah.
And we shake them around a bit.
Yeah, like, there's two other points here, which I am going to steal whole cloth, because I always love whenever people say shit better than I ever could, because I am more than happy to just...
Are we still quoting What's-His-Face?
Yeah, I'm now quoting...
Okay.
Once again, I'm quoting Bogost. There is a name for this plight. In religion, philosophy, and literature, ineffability. The ineffable is that which cannot or should not be uttered. Sometimes ineffability is cosmic. Judaism prohibits the writing or speaking in the name of the Lord to distance God's essence from his human kingdom. And other times it is cultural. Vulgar words are ineffable for social reasons. At other times still it is carnal. A feeling of tenderness or sorrow can well up from the gut as if to produce speech, but then evaporate before spoken. The idea of, like, say, like, being so angry that all you can do is scream. You know, like, you'd like to use words, but just a noise comes out. Or seeing that your friend has become a flight attendant, all you can do is scream in joy. The words.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah.
That was me before the show.
Right.
Congratulations, Miss Haley!
But, like,
sorry,
the idea...
that was a weird spot to put that.
You eventually, Tegan, it took a few minutes, but you landed into a point where you were using your people words. But at the very beginning, you were just repeatedly screaming.
Yes.
But the idea is that, like, ineffability, the true inability to use words is very, very rare. It is an incredibly narrow range of moments where there are literally no words. And so, the real thing that somebody would say if they don't want to say anything is we don't want to misstep because we don't want this opportunity to affect our fucking stock price. Is the dirtbag truth.
Yeah, but why would anyone be so naked with their intentions?
Then people just need, like, we have finally gotten to a place where we are better about holding politicians accountable for thoughts and prayers. We need to feel just as comfortable holding tech company CEOs accountable for saying there are no words. And the reason for that is the second and last thing I want to quote from this article, which is, these are not just kings of industry. They are the new captains of culture. The least they can do is have something to say about it. The idea that Bogost advances here is that unlike the robber barons, like the J.P. Morgans of the turn of the 20th century, the difference here is that in addition to being like these oligopoly titans, that these companies are also every day manifestly, directly influencing culture and society. Like, people were not reshaping their social life based on, like, the shit that was being advanced by, like, say, the Vanderbilt family or J.P. Morgan. Like, they were largely separated culturally from it. But, like, if Mark Zuckerbucks or Satya Nadella make a decision, it will change the way you see the world and interact with your friends. It's fucked. And that's our responsibility. And that's where this specific shooting incident, I think, is a big deal. Because the shooter apparently did what she did because she felt voiceless on this platform. And the idea that, like, having a voice on this platform was so important to this person that she decided that the appropriate response to that was taking a gun onto their campus and start shooting at people. Like, that's a fucking big deal if people think that YouTube is that important. Yeah. I mean, kind of adjacent to that, did you guys hear about any of the Naomi Wu stuff this week?
No. For those of you who don't know, I took Facebook and stuff off my phone because it was just too much of the bad things. So I'm trying to limit the things that are bad and stuff. So, like, what happened? Tell me the bad news. So
Naomi Wu is a member of Shenzhen's maker community. People who make cool stuff in Shenzhen, China. Like cobbling together pieces of technology, using 3D printers to do weird stuff. Making tech. And Shenzhen is like a large city. It's like 4 million or so. And its like economy is entirely driven by the need globally for rapidly produced low cost technology.
Sure.
And as a result, it has kind of a cool maker scene there. So Naomi Wu has made I guess I at this point should say past tense, made a living as a maker who worked on YouTube, which is a hard proposition for people who live in mainland China. And so, I mean, she would put up like really cool videos. Like she made a pair of platform high heel boots that had LCD projectors in the front that Bluetooth synced to her mobile phone. So as she would walk, like it would project images in front of her, things like that. Or she made a backpack-worn 3D printer that, in turn, 3D printed a little miniature version of her that was also wearing a little tiny backpack 3D printer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, crazy stuff. And so she's, like, done some, like, profile pieces with, like, some, like, Western media outlets. Like, New York Times, Forbes, so on. And, a helpful byproduct of that has been that, it would bring more attention to her channel and bring more attention to her Patreon. So she agreed to do a profile with Vice, and Vice got in touch with her. Vice agreed to the preconditions for her story. And, the only precondition that she really had was that the article would not discuss her romantic relationships. That's it.
Sure.
And Vice
went balls deep into her romantic relationship.
That's the one.
God damn it!
Isn't that a breach of contract?
Well,
definitely.
It's not a contract. That's the problem. Is that like it when journalists interact with people, they don't generally they don't have contracts with their sources in a further effort to protect their sources, because like if somebody's like shaking down for evidence of a relationship with the media, then in theory, if the media is doing their due diligence, there should be less documents to demand under court order.
Sure.
But there has been like this Reddit, like entirely sexist speculation. They're like, I don't think Naomi Wu actually makes this stuff. I think that she's got like a husband or a boyfriend that makes it for her. And they they gave voice to this this speculation in their article, and they're like, Naomi Wu is, married, and so they identified that she's married. They said that she's married to a foreigner, and that she also identifies as bisexual.
None of that stuff is relevant.
Well, not only is it not relevant, Tegan, but
she does cool things. Leave her be.
She lives in mainland China, where being gay.
Oh no.
Yeah, and
oh no.
And also, if that's not bad enough, saying that somebody's identifies as a feminist and is married to a white Western foreigner. Yeah, so they made all kinds of trouble for her.
Sounds about right.
And so she took to Twitter and was like, you know what, fuck you guys. At which point Vice started using the various DMCA takedown strats against Wu. They had Wu's most recent video taken down on YouTube. Vice reported Naomi Wu for doxing. And I saw the video that they alleged was doxing. It was just her talking about how to make a pair of boots which have a LCD screen in them. That's it. There was nothing in there. It was, here she is making a boots. And they're like, yeah, this is doxing. And YouTube just took it down. And then they reported her to Patreon for doxing, at which point Patreon took it down. They took her Patreon down. So now this woman has a abuse strike with YouTube because YouTube just takes it down, and she no longer has access to her Patreon income because one corporation told another corporation, do this, and they did without checking or question. Mm-hmm. And so this woman is now more unsafe in China and doesn't have access to her income because of the way technology companies interact with each other. So, in the context of this shooting this week, this stuff going on with Wu, it while also incredibly shitty, is even more interesting to me because I think that there's a narrative which is that one of the things that people have said in the past that makes people angry is the idea that corporations are people. I would say that's in general bullshit, but it feels like technology companies can act like violent organic beings. There's no reason for Vice to have gone after her like they did after she started putting them on blast on Twitter. But I think that they just destroyed her income out of spite. It's pretty fucked.
Yeah, it sounds like it. That's super fucked.
So, hey, everybody, you want to talk about video games?
Well, I mean, it's been about half an hour. I think we could do a little bit of that.
Yeah. Tegan, you play any other video games?
I'm back on my regular bullshit.
Okay.
I'm playing Breath of the Wild.
How is that? What are you doing right now?
So I put down, the DLC after I completed Urbosa's trials.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked it back up and I did all of Daruna's trials in an hour and a half.
Nice.
It was pretty good. I was a little worried fighting Fireblight Ganon again, just for a second during phase 2, because I was they gave me 5 ice arrows. I don't exactly know what to do. And I don't remember this giant fireball attack being this much of a problem. But I figured it out. Kicked his butt. It was all good.
Nice.
I'm gonna head over to, do Rivali's trials now.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Not just because I like Rivali!
No, that guy's a dickhead.
Yeah, he's the kind of, no! You're so mean! He dies in a tornado, first of all. Just like the samurai. But, anyway, but I like Rivali. He's the kind of dickhead I could get behind. Cause he's the kind of dickhead who's cool to his friends. Even if he's a little, I don't know, that's the kind of anime protagonist I kind of like.
He reminds me of Falco without a spaceship. And so,
yeah, he's past Falco.
Yeah.
He's Falco before Falco's reincarnated as Falco. But, Falco's there for Star Fox.
Well,
he's there.
To be fair, like, he asks for help and he gets in trouble. Fox bails him out. He talks shit the entire time.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
And then after a while, he just splits off and makes his own group with no thanks. I think he actually calls his, like, group Star Falco, if I remember correctly. Which is just biting on the original name. Like, Falco was an ungrateful bastard that, like,
Well, but Rivali cares. Rivali's like, yeah, I know. Like, I'm all cool, but like, I feel like he would have those vulnerable moments.
I'm waiting for Rivali to, like, show his, like, Vegeta character development, and until then, I stand unconvinced.
Yeah, I'm not gonna headcanon him as a nice guy. He's a douchebag.
No, he's not. I didn't say he was a nice guy. I'm just said he has a space for his friends. He fights for his friends.
No, he is not Ike, and you will not sully his catchphrase with this nonsense, Tegan. Ike is a hero to everyone that's ever lived, and Rivali does not deserve that courtesy.
Rivali's a hero to the fuck.
Yep, that's fair. Nope. That's accurate. He's a hero to the fuck.
The birds.
All right, I'm going to tell you how this goes.
What? What are they called?
I forget what they're called. I honestly don't remember.
Oh my god!
All right, so picture this, right?
Oh my god, no, this is annoying! What are they?
Maybe they're in Soul Calibur, who knows?
I have to look it up. I'm dying.
Link.
My crops are dying.
Link.
Brian, go ahead, man.
Link, Darunia, Mipha.
Daruna.
And, Rivali. They're all...
Daruk! It's not even Daruna. God damn it.
Alright, so anyway.
Don't show me the film actress Rivali. God damn.
So they're all out to, like, dinner, right? They're at the Olive Garden. And, like, Link gets up because he's got to take, like, a Sheikah Slate call. And, you know, all that's left at the table right now is, like, Mipha and Rivali.
Rito! God damn, sorry. I'm sorry.
And, like,
what?
Rivali leans in and he says to Mipha, so, you here with anybody? Like, he's that kind of guy. He's a dirtbag. Rivali's a dirtbag.
Rivali's a good guy.
No, he's a dirtbag.
No, he's not.
He's a dirtbag with wings.
Yeah.
He's kind of the worst.
No, he's a good.
No, dirtbag with wings.
Like, I would go as far that if Ganon didn't openly threaten his nation, if like Rivali's nation had gotten the olive branch, Rivali would have taken it, and he would have fought Link.
It wouldn't have been Rivali's choice,
or even the Olive Garden.
First of all,
if Ganon had
just
extended
because
the Olive
Rivali's
Garden,
the hero for the thing doesn't mean he's the one who gets to make the decisions. They have a chief.
Yeah, no, but he would push to side with Ganon just so he could get a shot at, like, fighting Link for the Master Sword.
Yep.
He would totally do it.
Well, yeah, but Link could kick his ass because he's Link.
Yeah, no, but just because Link would win doesn't make Rivali better.
They're gonna fight anyway because they're foils in a way. So, like, you know what? I'm cool with it. I like Rivali. I think.
Wait, you're cool with him being a dirtbag because he's fated to be a dirtbag?
No, I'm cool with him being a dirtbag because he's Link's foil.
I feel like
and he's not really a dirtbag. Just because you guys think he's a dirtbag because he cocks his walk doesn't mean, you know.
It's a really good bird pun.
Yeah, it is a good bird pun. Thank you.
But yeah, no. I would take each and every opportunity to punch Rivali in his stupid beak.
I would take every opportunity to tease Rivali relentlessly because you know he would fall for it.
Rivali
and then you
looks
could
up
make
the
him
Rule
look
34
stupid.
shit of himself.
Yeah, he does. He's like, yeah, I would. And everyone else is like, okay, Rivali. And he's like, they think I'm hot. And they're like, you're a bird.
Birth? Never mind.
Rivali's the kind of guy who would look up the Rule 34 stuff and then compare how much Rule 34 he has versus how much Rule 34 Link has.
That's true. He wouldn't even bother with Mipha because he would be sorely disappointed. I think he'd still lose to Urbosa. But I think it'd be really funny.
I think that's because everyone's okay with Urbosa stepping on them.
I'm just picturing. So Rivali goes to DeviantArt, right? And he's like, and he's messaging a creator. He has a tough time of it because it's a keyboard and he's got like fucking wings, and he's just like, "Hey there, can you draw a picture of Rivali, the best champion who is totally not me, and Link, who is a total, like, jerk store, and didn't even, like, do it that one time, and had to go, like, sleep in the Fortress of Solitude for 100 years. Anyway, can you draw those two guys together, but Link is totally power bottoming?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
And you know what? The person would probably, and they're probably messaging a furry artist, and they're probably like, sure, do you want Link in wolf form or in human form? And Rivali's just like, Link's a wolf? And then he starts shipping them. And then the reason he's a dick is because he doesn't want Link to know about his man crush.
But he also wants to see his wolf form.
Yeah!
Oh, man.
We're so mean. Anyway, so that's why Rivali's a dick, because he wants to do the things with Link's wolf form. Why are we okay? Anyway, I'm also playing Pokemon Go.
Woo!
Rocky,
I'm a big
did you
fan
finish? Did you finish your 7-day streak for your field research?
Yeah, Tegan, I caught my Moltres at like 2:19 a.m. this morning.
Nice!
I was super excited. Like, I was sitting with my friend in a car, like, after a party, and, like, we got to the Moltres. I caught it with my second Ultra Ball on a curveball with an excellent throw, and we both, like, started screaming when we got the third shake. I was 10 again. It was great.
So the good news is, even if you hadn't caught it on that second throw, it never runs away.
Let's go!
You could have pin-apped the crap out of it, and you would have caught it. I caught it on my 13th Ultra Ball, after pin-apping him the entire time.
That's intense.
And yeah, I know, it was so fun, and I caught him at work, so I didn't even get to do, like, a little jump up and down, like, happy dance, but I did walk over to my coworkers who play Pokemon Go with me, and I was like, I got a bird! And so he is technically my second bird, because I did get Lugia, and I got Ho-Oh, but Ho-Oh's not in charge of the birds, Ho-Oh's in charge of the dogs.
Yeah.
So he's my first of the trio of birds.
Real.
And I need me a Zapdos.
Just to rep your team?
Yeah, to rep my team. I'm gonna get a shirt. My friend and I are gonna I'm gonna make the shirts. But we're gonna have shirts. And they're gonna say Thunder Snow on them because she's Team Mystic and I'm Team Instinct.
Thunder Snow's pretty cool.
Thunder Snow! Team Thunder Snow! Cause we're like, she comes and gets me and we go like together. We'll do like walks. Cause we have 3 Pokestops and a gym at our work.
Nice.
So when she's been sitting at our desk for too long, or I've been sitting at my desk for too long, I'll be like, let's go on a walk. And we take our phones and we walk the whole length so that we can hit all the Pokestops and the gym. It's so fun. We have a gym share program that I came up with because I'm Instinct and I'm never going to get the gym otherwise. So it's like we do like 8-hour shifts where like Mystic will have the gym for 8 hours and then, Valor will take it overnight and then I take it in the morning and then Mystic takes it from me and we go all the way around. So everyone gets a turn.
It's real. So I also did I've been getting back into Pokemon Go. I've done it like the whole week. And
it's fun.
I did a little bit of raiding yesterday. And I'm out of practice. I'm actually still level 22. So
baby. I say baby, I just hit level 30, so like
I mean, that's real.
Not much better.
Like, I am definitely a small, helpless child. But we went to go raid the Latios, which was like at 45k.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I actually really love the raid like password system because like when you click into a raid, like you can play with other people, and there are other people around, and usually there are because it's a raid. You'll see people basically, like I remember I looked over to like a group of people like, hey, are you guys here for the raid? And they're like, yeah. It's like, cool. I already got a room set up. My password is Meowth Bulbasaur Butterfree. And like, as I was saying it, cause that was the first time I had actually raided with other people, that sounded like gibberish, but.
Right? Right?
But like, apparently they knew exactly what we were doing. And so, like, they just kind of sit down and, like, they tap in their 3 Pokemon, and now we're all in a room together, and we couldn't clear it. And honestly, it's because my group was, like, me and my friend, since we were just recently getting back into it, like, we were definitely dead weight. Like, the 2 of them, they had, like, Lugias, and, like, one of them had a Groudon. And, like, we weren't with it. We could not contribute.
Were you trying to do Latios?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you need, Latios is hard. We can get him down with a team of 5.
Okay.
One person on our team is level 40. Everyone else is in the 30s.
Okay.
But since he's Latios and Latias are, dragon psychic types.
Yes.
So you need dark types, ice types, dragon types, fairy types.
And bug types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, those are the main... You want to be careful with the bug types, because really you want non-bug Pokemon with bug moves, because a lot of bug Pokemon are also poison as their second group.
True.
So, and Psychic is double effective against poison.
That
so
makes
you want to
sense.
be careful with that. Ghost types are also pretty good, because a lot of ghost types have, dark moves. But yeah, non-bug Pokemon with... Yeah, like my Nidoking has Megahorn, which is listed as a bug move, even though it's technically a normal move. But whatever, fuck it. They don't know what they're talking about, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah. We have, like, a raid chat at work, and we're like, Latios is in, who needs to go?
Dang. So do you already have a Latios?
No, not yet. But, 5 of them have popped up at my work.
That's intense.
It is. It's like, one of them will pop up at 8 a.m. So you gotta be there at 8 a.m. to get that, to try that one. And then another one typically pops up around 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Alright.
And then there's, like, other ones throughout the day randomly. So it just kind of depends on what's going on. And so we always like, it's here. Who needs it? Who needs it? You know, so like when other stuff like Absol came up the other day and we're like, who still needs an Absol? Who needs an Absol? And then we like try and gather everybody up. And there's more people who play at my work. Like there's a bunch of people we don't recognize and we're like, there's no way for us to be like, who are you? Let us know. We want you in our raid chat. And I'm thinking of, because we access the gym in this one particular stairwell, I really want to leave a note in that stairwell that just says, if you're here for the Pokemon gym, like, we have a raid group. Come join our raid group. We all work here. We're here. We can raid. We can do this.
You should make like a flyer. That'd be great.
Help us help you. Well, I don't want to do that because, like, I don't really, like, I want to do it because I want them in our group. But I also don't want to do it because, like, we don't want to get in trouble with our bosses, you know? We don't want to be like, yeah, we're all ditching. I mean, they know we're ditching to play Pokemon, but, like, they don't know we're ditching to play Pokemon. And we're all in, like, similar departments. Like, everyone who we hang out with, like, I'm in corporate communications, so I basically get to see everybody, like, who I work with, because I work with everybody across departments, but everyone else, it's like, yeah, we're just, we're collaborating, we're having
it's a team building exercise.
Yeah, exactly, basically, and it's just like, how do we explain this so that we can get other people, like, we think one of the security guards plays, we don't know which security guard, and we don't want to just be like, which one of you is walking around the building playing Pokemon Go, because, like, they're not supposed to be playing Pokemon Go while they're walking around. So, I don't know. It's a good time. It's fun! I like Pokemon Go! We're slowly getting back in the time where it's like, because of the field research, I feel like we're getting back towards those early days of Pokemon Go, where world peace really seemed achievable, because you were watching people walk into lakes trying to catch Magikarps and stuff.
Oh man,
like,
there was one story during like the first couple of months where there was like a gym that was out in the middle. I want to say it was a lake, but I think it was just off the coast, and it was like a solid like 100 meters out, and like 2 girls like kayaked out there.
Yeah, I remember that. They were like, "How is anyone getting there?" And then somebody like was like taking a picture. And then they took a picture of 2 girls in, like, this boat, and they're, like, rowing out. It's like, are they going to the gym? And then they're just sitting there with their phones. It's like, why are they going to that gym? I miss that.
It was good times. Oh, man.
If your game doesn't literally bring people together like that, why are you even making games?
Oh,
That's
Jesus, Tegan.
That's the multiplayer experience that I want,
Right.
Brian.
If you're gonna make a VR experience game that requires the usage of my phone, it better fucking bring me together with other people who are also wandering around like idiots using their phones. I'm looking at you, Harry Potter VR experience. I'm real nervous about you. Real nervous. Real nervous.
Well, why are you nervous, Tegan? It's literally the exact same company peddling the exact same bullshit.
Well,
yeah,
apparently they're going to have open PvP, which is something that Go doesn't have yet.
I'm okay with Go not having open PvP. I don't want everybody walking around down the street where I have to come up with that one line to say when I'm challenged.
Tegan, but you'll get to practice. You'll get so much practice.
I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
Oh, man.
No, I don't. I don't wear shorts. My legs are too white for shorts. They glow. It's scary.
No, you could be like one of the ladies, or like the distinguished ladies. We've talked about sprites. We've done this.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh man.
Wait, was that on the chat?
No, it was a show chat night on the Discord.
That's right. Brian, we figured there's an actual trainer for you.
Yeah.
To dress up as. I forget what it was, though. I'm going to have to look it up.
I'm the Pokemon trainer who doesn't catch any Pokemon.
Nah, no way. You're like one of the trainers that probably like fights with like two, but like you got some Pokemon, dude.
Oh, no, it's a veteran trainer. That's what it was. He's a veteran trainer. Veteran trainer Brian.
That means old.
Well, yeah, but you get the coat. And like,
it means distinguished.
You get the coat.
Yeah.
Dude, the coats are good.
You get a Tangela. You start with a Tangela, a Ponyta, and a Bazile? Yeah, Bazile. And you end up with a Rapidash, a Tangrowth, and a Floatzel, which is the evolved form of the Bazile.
Yeah. Floatzel. Floatzels get Aqua Jet, Brian.
They do. They kick butt.
Plus, I think you'd like Tangrowth. It looks goofy. It's a trip.
Yeah. You get the cool jacket and like a newsy cap.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
It's fashion forward, Brian.
Yeah.
So I'm wandering around wearing a Kangol hat and I've got to tap that ass.
What?
I mean, maybe, man, if that's your prerogative.
Okay. All right.
I think you're gonna get arrested by the Poke Police.
Well, all I'm asking, Brian, is that you don't try to fuck kids. That's the only thing I need you to not do.
Rocky, I don't know how to feel.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
But, I mean, honestly, like, Officer Jenny is definitely on the table. That's absolutely fine.
Oh, Jesus. Rocky, what video games have you touched? Actually, Rocky, did you play your Steam trash?
No. I downloaded it yesterday.
I guess we know who's shit in the coffee pot.
I got distracted, man. Like, dude, Monster Hunter
Rocky,
World
you've
just put
had
out their
2 weeks. I was convalescing last week. I was dying. And you're like, I know, I've had 2 weeks. Let me go fucking just hit Devil Joe from behind. That's what I'm going to do. No, I'm sorry, you can't hit Devil Joe from behind because, as we all know, Devil Joe only has 2 weak spots. His jaw and a very small place on his chest, which is very hard to hit.
See, look, he was listening. He's paying attention. He's picking up your strats.
See, but Brian, so this week, this past Friday,
here we go.
Which I started my day. I was being good. I downloaded Benjamin something EP1, and I saw that the Monster Hunter Spring event started. So I started getting my spring tickets, and there's a new greatsword, Brian, that literally has a rocket at the tip of it. So, like, you get to charge your fucking greatsword. I don't even play greatsword. But, like, I needed to get this thing because, like, I want to hit monsters with rocket-boosted sword slashes. Tell me that's not cool. Come on, Brian. I mean, if it's sincerely
Rocky,
not
if you're
cool,
looking
I'll
for somebody
apologize.
to tell you that something about Monster Hunter World is not cool, you found the right guy.
Brian, I want you to look at this greatsword, man. Like, it looks dope.
1 second. I'm going to Google Monster Hunter World Greatsword.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Let's see
Wait,
here.
Brian, you seriously haven't seen it?
Tegan, I'm doing a bit.
Oh.
Monster Hunter World Grated Sword.
It has a rocket on it.
All right, with rocket. Yeah, it looks like shit.
Fuck off, Brian. It's cool, okay? Man. But I was doing that.
I told you came to the right guy.
But you just did it on a hand. You probably didn't even look at it, man. Like, I expect an actual apology when you actually look at how cool this greatsword is. But, like, I'll play the Steam trash. Just need some time. Be nice to me. It's my birthday week.
Birthday week!
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Thank you very much, Tegan. I'm going to be 82 this year.
Yes!
So now you're trying to steal my bit?
Oh, man. No, I mean, I don't know why. Like, I gained some really strange small pleasure out of lying about my age. And I do it, like, basically all the time. I think it's because people can't really tell. And so, like, I flip between wild ages. Like, you usually tell people I'm either 17 or 47, which they don't believe. But when I do things...
I got to tell a story about work now. You've inspired it.
Okay.
So, as everyone knows, last week I was dying.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a woman at work whose schedule is, for the most part, dramatically different than mine. So I only see her 2 days a week.
Okay.
And it was last Friday. And so I was getting ready to coast into my 3-day weekend where I hoped I was going to recuperate and, heal up a little bit. And she's like, "Oh, 3-day weekend. That sounds nice, Brian. You're gonna rest and have a good weekend?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then she hits me with this one. "Are you gonna spend some time with the grandkids?"
Oh.
Yep.
That's V intense, man.
Yep.
And how many grandkids do you have, Brian?
Brian has 0 grandkids.
Aren't we your grandkids, Brian? Gonna spend some time with the grandkids.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Oh,
I mean,
boy.
I couldn't even, fucking hold it. I'm like, I said to her, I'm like, grandkids? I'm like,
oh, man. That's actually V great. That's too wild.
yeah. Yep. I was like, well, I'm like, most people know there's a cow skull in the desert, and I have to go walk past it now, so.
Well, I mean, dude, no, I don't know. I don't have anything for this. I wish I did.
No. You see? There you go. But what you should say, Rocky, is I have no words, not there are no words.
There's no words to possibly describe the situation for any reasonable amount of knowledge to be gained by an onlooker. There's no way.
Ugh.
It's just impossible. It's incomprehensible, Brian.
Rocky, other than fucking hitting Devil Joe in a very small spot on his chest, what else have you been playing?
Man, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite. I've actually gotten a couple solo wins. I'm pretty happy about that.
Nice. Did you hide in closets?
Actually, no, dude. So I have a strat now. I mean, it's a standard strat, honestly. I pick a spot to jump off that puts me on the perimeter of the battlefield, and I ready myself to kill, maybe 2 or 3 people. I have those reflexes now. I know, I have a better handle on when to, fight and when to disengage. And a lot of times, I'll see fights begin to happen, and I'll make a personal assessment instead of like, oh man, I gotta jump in because if I don't kill them, what's gonna happen? But like now, I'll definitely just see people fighting. It's like there's like 3 people fighting over there. I don't have to deal with these people. I'm just gonna go to the circle, and like I'll let them fight by themselves. And like half the time, like I'll just pick off the winner at the edge of the circle. Like I'm getting a lot better at stuff like that.
Okay,
sniping now.
So it sounds like being a weenie is still a key like tent pole. It's not the only tent pole, but it is a key tent pole of the strategy.
Well, being like the gung ho like action hero is definitely dumb in this game.
Rocky, I'm not saying that being a weenie is bad. Like, guys, if you want to play a game which is ostensibly about guns, but where the most important part is being a weenie, Battle Royale games are for you. Like, there is so much about these games which is just like hanging back and being like, oh, those 2 guys shot each other. One of them is dead. The other one's half fucked now. Now that he's half fucked, I'm going to blast him. Like, I'm all about that.
There's definitely a lot of that.
Yeah.
But there are also like situations where like, so I was playing like a squads match, right? Mm-hmm. And I was playing, oh, I love this. I played a game and we won. And the guy that was like essentially leading our team had the username which was the WNBA. and I remember
just
getting
the entire WNBA.
Yeah, I was playing. It was like 9 a.m. on Thursday, and like I just looked up at like my screen. It's like, damn, I'm playing with the whole WNBA right now, like into my mic. And he's like, yeah, dude, let's get it. There's a lot of other new stuff that's going on. Like I talked about the Guided Rockets last week. Now there are vending machines that if you have like enough material, usually about like 500 of like wood, brick, or metal, you can trade them in for something. And you trade them in for pretty good stuff. I got a chug jug for 500 wood pieces. And like a chug jug, if you drink it, you have to stand there for 15 seconds and do nothing but drink it. But you get maxed out health and maxed out shield. So like it's kind of worth.
So you just gotta find a closet.
Basically.
Hide in the closet, chug your drink.
Oh, and like my building tech's getting a lot better. Like we were running with the squad, and like one of the things we did is that like we found the vending machine and we immediately like built like a hut with like a secondary wall around it, like in like 6 seconds, just so we could have like uninterrupted access to the vending machine. That was really cool. Like.
And then it's like, haha, there's no vending machine here. You don't see this. My vending machine.
But definitely, like, what happens, especially, like, in squad matches, is that if you see a lot of, like, construction around, like, it makes you cautious. Because it means there's someone expecting someone to show up. And if they do, like, they're going to be shooting at walls at best, because you can't edit enemy walls. Or, I mean, you can break them, but it takes forever. Mm-hmm. And then, like, you can set up defensive measures. Like, they'll start shooting at one of the walls, and then we'll just build a door behind it, and then, like, position. Like, a lot of stuff like that. And what's it called? The WNBA, when we were fighting with them, we ended up in, like, a huge forested area. I forget. It's something Willows. I can't remember now. But, like, the game-ending, like, kill, what we ended up doing, like, and it was, like, as, like, the circle, like, almost completely enveloped us, we ran up a dude's sniper tower, like, along the side of it, while one of us was, like, firing rockets at the bottom of it to try to see if it could get it to collapse. So he's trying to figure out, like, where we are, and so we're running around him, and then you just, like, jump over the top and, like, sort of, like, side shoot him with a shotgun. It was V-dope. So you get stuff like that. Like, Fortnite's a pretty good time, man. I just did a little bit of Save the World, and, like, because I haven't played it in a while, like, I have, like, a lot of collectathons. But otherwise, the combat and the Horde stuff is still really good, so.
Like, I think I want to get back into Fortnite. I've been kind of fucking around a little bit with Warframe. Mm-hmm. Because it's just, like, this revelation that there are actual, like, top tier, really good free-to-play games out there is just something I guess I'm not used to yet.
Yeah, I get that.
It's a weird feeling, because, like, I was playing Warframe, and I'm like, holy fuck, this game is a lot of fun. Like, it's really good. And, like, anytime I've ever actually sat down and, you know, taken time with Fortnite, it has been nothing but fun. Even if what I'm doing is sitting in a closet being terrified, it's a lot of fun. Tegan, you know what? We should all play some Fortnite. I think that could be a good time. Tegan, I sat in a closet and then I won. Rocky, is this an accurate retelling of the event?
That is what happened.
Yep.
He didn't even kill anyone. He had a sniper rifle. He definitely did. He did. I don't even think he shot it once.
I shot it twice.
Geez.
He did shoot it twice.
Yeah, it was when there were those like two like busted out buildings that were facing each other.
Oh yeah.
And I shot a guy. I missed him, which made him aware that there was a guy shooting at him. So he turned around and started shooting, which made a second guy aware of the first guy. So then,
the first guy who was shooting.
Right. So then those two guys shot at each other for a while I sat around a corner going, oh God, oh God, oh God. And one of those guys killed the other guy. Like, you see, it's Tegan. Perfect for weenies.
What's perfect for Weenie Hut Jr.?
It's Fortnite Battle Royale.
That's right. That's right.
I need a Weenie Hut Jr.
I mean, it'll be fun. We'll get you some shotguns. We'll teach you some tech. We can build things.
Tegan, I'm a member of the shotgun tribe. We'll roll together. We'll be shotgun brothers.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Rocky, I see here that you have a deep dislike of yourself and have been playing the B-sides in Celeste.
Dude, I love the B-sides, man. Like, so...
That is the roughest shit, bro.
No, it really is. It's kind of dope. Like, to be fair, and you can look at my stats, or I'm not sure if you can, but I'll screenshot them. I don't care. For each of the B-sides, I think I've averaged about 850 deaths for each one. But, like, the sequences are so tight. Like, they're especially, like, when I actually get them, they feel so slick. It's like, oh, man, like, I made these jumps. Like, I fucking did it. That's what I'm playing for. I want those brief moments of I did it in this game. And, like, I uploaded, like, a handful of, like, sequences, like, last week, and I finished the rest of that level. And some of those are insane, man. Like, even like the last one, like, where they have, like, the disappearing blocks. Like, you have to climb up a staircase while wind is blowing in your face. You're flying against the wind. But then you have to jump backwards along with the wind to catch a platform, which, like, you know, disappears on the same timing, and latch onto it. But you also have to dodge, like, a bed of spikes. And then you refresh your jump and fly over that. And then the heart that you need to get to is behind a giant, like, flashing wall. And, like, you still only have one jump. You don't even get two jumps. Oh, that's right. I started exploring, because I've cleared 4 of the B-sides now. So I get access to the first, like, extra cave level. And you get both jumps, but their floors in the stage don't refresh your jumps when you land on them. Like, you have to actually find a crystal to refresh. And, oh, man, some of those sequences are, like, legitimately terrifying. Like, they're fucking hard, and I can't wait to beat them. Like, Brian, have you seen this shit on the Twitter? Have you seen these?
I have. I do not think that I am going to go all the way with the B-sides.
You're gonna cop out on the B-sides, Brian?
But, Brian, the music's so good. It's so good.
Tegan, have you even started this game, Tegan?
No.
No.
Tegan, this is one of those ones that you're going to need to play.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a November game. You got to do it.
It's a November game?
Yeah, this is one of those. We should probably make that doc. We should get that doc.
You keep saying you should make that doc, and then you never make the doc.
We'll do it on Thursday.
I already made the tracker.
Well,
we have the tracker.
Yeah, but nobody's using it except me.
This Thursday is different because we have an interview next episode.
Oh, yeah. Also, I got to bookmark that. I'll do that after the show. But yeah.
All right. I have been playing some Far Cry 5, and I have some thoughts.
Okay. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts.
Okay. This whole shit where you get kidnapped every 20 minutes is fucking ridiculous.
Right? And then you just get out for stupid reasons.
All right. So, like, and what I love / hate about it is just how dumb they do it. Is, like, let's say you happen to be out in the wilderness when your little meter for the area crosses over the next, like, get kidnapped threshold. Because they put little dots on the meters that let you know when you're going to get kidnapped.
Basically.
Yeah. And so, like, let's say the reason that you happen to cross the kidnap threshold is because you, like, solved a prepper stash or something like that. And that's the thing that pushes you over. This thing that, like, pops up on the screen and goes, "You've been marked." And you're like, okay. At that point, you could literally put the controller down and continue to sit there in the wilderness, completely isolated from everyone. And eventually what will happen is a whole swarm of dudes will show up. Now, like, let's say you're, like, super duper the best when you manage to, like, murder all of these dudes. At which point, like, more than double the dudes will show up. And let's say you're super duper the best and you manage to murder all those dudes. Then what will happen is in an effort to cheat, the game will have dudes show up who manage to always just barely stay out of your cone of vision, so that way you can't shoot them. And you'll hear one dude shout to another dude. Now, I'm using a female avatar. I'm assuming they changed this if you're using a male avatar. And he goes, "Shoot her with the Bliss," which is the name of the dumb fake drug in the game.
Yep. Shoot
her with the Bliss.
Yeah, it's shoot him with the Bliss.
Yeah.
Shoot out, like it's more of an E, like an apostrophe EM.
Yeah.
That you get for the dude, but
yeah. So, shoot her with the Bliss. And I'm like, so, because I killed all the guys you sent for me, you're now going to use this, like, made-up fake bullshit where someone's, like, firing drugs at me? Have you had the thing yet where the guys show up in the helicopter to shoot drugs at you?
Yep.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid. This game was written by 10-year-olds. Like, there's nothing... Like, this game is so convinced it's funny. And I guess the thing I find frustrating about this is that, like, mechanically, the actual act of playing this game is, like, very satisfying. The shooting's real good. The running around's real good. The systems interact in fun, interesting ways. There are lots of...
I do like the descriptions of stuff. I think a lot of those are pushing it, but a lot of those are really fun.
I see, like, I those wear thin on me. But
I think they're funny. Well, also, I'm not reading all of them.
Okay.
You know, I just get the charming ones.
I'm more of a drive around in this tractor while using the grenade launcher kind of guy.
Oh, okay. So you don't sit around and be like, "Excuse me, get out of that driver's seat. I am driving this vehicle." Okay, why are you standing behind the vehicle? Can you just get in the Just get in the car! Get in the car! Get in the car!
Yeah. Like, there are lots of...
Okay, now you're in the car, and we're being fucking shot at, so we all gotta get out of the... I'm sorry, I peaked, Rocky. So we all gotta get out of the car now, so we can shoot the guys, so we can get back in the car. Get back in the goddamn car. Fine, I'm leaving without you. This is bullshit.
Yeah, that's about accurate, actually. Yeah, all of the human companions in the game are incredibly dumb as shit. So you'll be, like, hiding in the bushes being like, yeah, we're gonna do these murders. At which point your, like, companion is gonna be like, I'm now gonna wander into this outpost and be like, hey, everybody, I'm here! And you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
We switched out the humans for the animals.
Yeah, as near as I could tell,
we're traveling with the dog and the cat.
Yeah, the only real reliable one. I mean, the ones I seem to be using are Boomer and Cheeseburger.
Oh, okay, you have Cheeseburger.
Yeah,
the poor big bear with diabetes.
Yep. But the people, like, Tegan, did you fucking do this, like, stupid testicle festival quest line?
Maybe.
Okay, alright, so Rocky, in this video game, there is a whole quest line where you encounter this NPC who's like, the people are real depressed because of father. It sucks. So the only way we can cheer them up is with the testicle festival. And you're like, well, what? And he's like, that's right. We need to serve bulls' testicles. I need you to go murder some bulls and bring me their balls.
Yep.
Jesus, okay.
So, like, first...
It'll make the people happy.
So, first you have to go get, like, the testy-festy nutsack deep fryer, which involves like getting like it's essentially an escort mission for a tractor trailer because it's like
the dumbest.
It's
thing.
so bad because like it's like the driving in the game, which is already designed to be kind of floaty and silly, so that way you can do dumb stuff with cars. But now it's floaty, silly driving with a trailer hitch, and I'm like, okay, good. That's fantastic. And because the game seems to be populated by guys who drive around on loops every 30 seconds, you'll just be driving along and some guy will come along and be like, fuck you, and then drive into your car, which causes your trailer to fishtail everywhere, which means that you then get lots of like boring trying to get your trailer back onto the road. But the real gem in this quest line is the second mission, where he sends you to a farm to gather the 3 flavors of bull testicle. One is bull testicle, which has been chopped up in a tractor. That's easy enough to acquire. The other one is bull testicles flambe. Easy enough. You just throw a Molotov cocktail at a bull. The third one is kill a bull while it's mounting a cow.
Jesus.
Which means you have to sit there and wait for these bulls to fuck. And all the while this is going on, the game decides the best thing to do is to play Let's Get It On. So it's like blaring Let's Get It On. And you're like watching all these like fucking video game bulls have sex time. And then you're like, okay, now I have to try and kill one of these things fast enough that, because the bulls aren't no joke. Like, they can kill you pretty quickly. So there's like lots of like hopping up on a hill, hoping the bulls don't notice you, hop off the hill as they charge up the hill. So you're like doing laps up this hill with a rifle, try to shoot a bull. Eventually you kill the bull, you have to harvest the balls, which means getting into the field where the bulls are. So that just means killing the rest of the bulls with the tractor. It's dumb. And then you take the balls back, and the guy's like, all right, time for the testy festy. And then there's a mini game where you try and shoot balloons while you're drunk. And that's a whole quest line. That was the first time I crossed a threshold for kidnapping. Doing that quest line is enough to get you to your first threshold. And it's just like, oh, here we go. Shoot me with the bliss. Shoot me with the bliss, Tegan.
Right, just let me go.
Oh, God.
Goodness.
So, like, it's weird because it's a game where I find the plot and the writing annoying, but I'm looking forward to the DLC because of that. Because unlike the DLC for, like, say, for like Assassin's Creed, which is set in the world, all of the DLC for Far Cry is going to be set in different environments with, like, different constraints on it. Like, they're doing, like, one which is, like, set on Mars, one which is a zombie apocalypse. And then one which is Vietnam. And I'm like, okay, like, I would probably be less annoyed with this writing if you hadn't chosen the subject matter that you had. I think the other thing that, like, kind of bothers me is that, like, the Far Cry games have always had this, like, kind of, like, nonchalant colonialism about them. And where it's like, haha, we're going to go make things explode where there are brown people. And I'm like, all right, good for you, Far Cry, fuck you. And so, like, their effort to kind of, like, lend tonal balance to this, like, shit is to instead be like, haha, people who live and fly over America are interchangeably stupid. And not, like, have any courage in writing about, like, the bad people. Like, the seeds are all interchangeable. The seeds are so interchangeable that last week Tegan miscounted the number of seeds there are. There are 4 total seeds. John, Jacob, Joseph, and Faith. And
who was I? Joseph,
you left out Jacob when you were counting.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Well, but Tegan, I certainly don't think that I think it's more a reflection of the writing than of you, that these characters are so interchangeable. The only one that seems any kind of different is John with his, like, big power of yes banners and commercials. I'm like, this is hilarious. Like, he's got, like, the word yes up on the hillside, like it's like the Hollywood side. I'm like, this is funny, and, like, there are those fake commercials for the power of yes. But, like, the rest of this shit, like, mean, Faith is pretty much the worst. But, like...
I mean, Faith's... Like, you heard Faith's story.
Yeah.
Like, it's not her fault she's the worst, but, like, I feel like they could have done a better job? I don't know.
So I'm going to keep on playing it because I like watching things explode, and I do like the way the mechanical systems interact. But what's weird is that my bar for like mechanical system interaction now is pretty damn high because Breath of the Wild and Assassin's Creed Origins did that really good. It's funny, whatever it's going to take to fix Far Cry is not just more Far Cry. They need to add something else. You can't add Far Cry to fix Far Cry.
How do you fix Far Cry?
Okay, picture this.
Actually, wait, before you say 100 Doomsday Preppers jump out of an airplane.
That was actually not the direction I was going to go, but I like
that's
the way
100% where I thought you were going. Let me try, when you're tackling an actual issue in an actual country, maybe make the actual issue exceptionally believable and treat it with the kind of care that it should be handled with.
I have a slightly different strat.
Okay, is it add more explosion?
No. So
Okay.
Picture this. What if 3 figures are locked in an eternal struggle where they continually reincarnate?
Are you talking about making it Legend of Zelda?
Pretty much.
It sounds like you're talking about adding Legend of Zelda to Far Cry.
Hey, look, it worked for Zelda.
It did work for Zelda.
Yeah, all they had to do was add Far Cry, so maybe all Far Cry needs to do is add Zelda.
Well, what's the magic-based system in Far Cry going to be? Is there a magic-based system?
I think the magic-based system is get a tractor and drive over things.
Okay.
It's a good system. I'll give them that.
Gotcha.
Oh, and I have been playing a metric shit ton of Hearthstone. The new season, or the new year, because the way Hearthstone works is years. The Year of the Raven starts tomorrow.
Oh, dang. We're already in news?
No, this is his last game. It just transfers very nicely into our first news story.
You see, okay. Rocky, I did my stuff.
We haven't done the news part yet.
Yeah.
Should we put in the news music and then talk about the game and then... I don't know.
Tegan, you murdered my segue.
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm messing up your segue? My bad.
No worries. So, like, the Year of the Raven starts tomorrow, so I have been playing a metric ton of Hearthstone. Because they have put in all these tools to get people free packs ready for the launch. Starting 2 weeks ago, they did this thing for every daily quest that you would do. You would get a free pack in addition to the gold reward for the daily quest. So every third pack you would earn from this would be for the new expansion, which is the one launching on the 12th, tomorrow. And they also lowered the targets for the daily quest and increased the gold rewards for the daily quest.
Okay.
And made the Tavern Brawl for last week one that allowed you to play with some of the new card mechanics. Get people primed and pumped and ready. I am just so looking forward to some cards that have been irritating me for the last 2 years. Getting fucking banished to the salt mines forever. It is so nice. Because there's like there are deck archetypes which people have been reliably able to play and just be like, yeah, I know this is always a good deck. Yeah, I know this is always a good deck. And now they can't do that. Like, whenever new cards come out in Hearthstone, it's always the Wild West. But whenever the year ends and the new year begins and a whole bunch of cards leave at one time, it's even more the Wild West. Because, like, a lot of those bread and butter tools that people lean on are just gone now, and they have to like figure out new strats. And they've done a lot more this time to, like, I guess, make this transition even more appealing for people who did pre-buy cards. This time, they did their best, like, pre-purchase bonus they've ever done. Usually, it's been 50 packs for $50, which is still better than like what it would normally be. Usually, like the price of a pack works out to about $1.25. But it's always been if you pre-purchase, you get 50 for 50. This time it was like you get 70 for 50. So you got 70 packs, plus they've been letting people stockpile gold. So as soon as the switch flips tomorrow, you'll get a whole bunch of like opportunity to like spend all that gold on new packs, plus the free packs you've been earning. And when you log in tomorrow, there will be a just a login bonus, which is another 3 packs. So between like doing the pre-purchase and the free packs which have popped up along the way, there's no reason that people shouldn't be able to open like 100 to 110 packs tomorrow, having only paid for 50.
Nice.
Yeah. And I think that's really smart, because the idea is that the more cards you put into people's hands right away, the better player retention will be and the better player engagement will be. They did a lot more good work this time, like balancing out interesting cards that aren't legendaries. There's a lot more visible archetypes which don't rely on legendaries to build the deck type. And in addition to that, everybody's just going to get one of the new class legendaries for free upon their login. And they've updated the RNG for pack opening, which is when you're doing deck opening when you're doing pack opening within 2 weeks of the launch, no duplicate legendaries, period. If you open a new legendary, it will not be a duplicate. So,
nice.
Yeah. So I guess that segues nicely into talk about the Hearthstone expansion.
And then there's news music.
The new Hearthstone expansion, The Witchwood, drops tomorrow, because we assure you that we recorded this today, Wednesday. The Witchwood is the first expansion for the Year of the Raven. It'll be adding 135 new cards. Big takeaways for this expansion is it's adding 2 new mechanics. One is called Echo, and cards that have the Echo keyword, that if you play it on a turn and you have mana left, then that card will still exist in your hand and can be played over and over as long as you have mana left to pay for it. Which is interesting, because it's not necessarily just like Echo minions. There's also Echo spells. I saw one which is like buff a minion to attack one health. So you could just sit there echoing a minion over and over again with this spell, as long as you have remaining mana. Which I think this will be like an interesting thing for Druid. Because Druid has like mechanics which allow them to recharge their mana. So seeing how people will try and like get over whatever the amount of mana is that they're supposed to in a turn when they're playing Echo cards, I think will be kind of an interesting thing. The other new keyword they're introducing is Rush, which works like Charge, but the difference is that Rush minions, even though they can attack on the turn that they're played, they can't attack the hero. They can only attack enemy minions.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems more balanced.
I mean, I think that kind of like highlights how powerful charge is now. Stuff that can be played and then immediately attack the other hero. But this also allows for, like, I think a more effective response to control decks. So, like, if somebody's just, like, building a big board with a lot of creatures, and you're like, I got to get stuff out there in order to respond to it. By the time you have that stuff out there, they've already killed it. So Rush will allow for a response to control. And Echo feels like it can more effectively respond to aggro decks. So, we're just like, shit, I got to get a lot of stuff out there now, immediately. It doesn't matter if it's weak. They're also introducing some new single-player content called Monster Hunt. And instead of picking one of the existing classes when you play Monster Hunt, there'll be 4 original heroes with unique hero powers. And there are rewards for completing monster hunts that include packs. So, yet another way to earn free packs in-game. It's interesting. Like, I've looked at a lot of the cards that they're introducing, and it feels like power creep in a fun way, and definitely like they've been listening to the player base. Like, there's a lot of stuff which people have found frustrating. In like kind of the recent Hearthstone meta, and this stuff definitely responds to that. Like they're introducing a new Death Knight for Shaman, because Shaman has been the class which has been hurting the most. So they're introducing a new Death Knight for Shaman called Hagatha the Witch. And Hagatha has a passive hero power of every time you play a minion while you're Hagatha, it'll add a random shaman spell to your hand. So playing minions just rebuilds your hand. Yeah, it's wild. And they introduced this other wild, like, Warlock legendary card, and its battle cry is like, deal 2 damage to all other minions. If any of them die, repeat the battle cry.
I saw that card. That seems kind of busted. But if it's legendary, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's also only a 4/4 for 7 mana, which is like bad stats. I mean, the reason you would want to play Lord Godfrey is the battle cry. But, like, if you're playing him against, like, say, control decks, that's not necessarily the best thing. Because, like, if you're on, like, turn 7, likely, and you're playing against a control deck, then your opponent probably already has out some big creatures, which means that, like, that initial pop for 2 damage is likely not going to kill anything. It'll be more helpful against aggro and ramp decks instead of control decks. So it's a card that has functionality, but not necessarily unlimited functionality. There is a card that they're giving Mage this time, which just seems like silly season. Which is a card that I'm going to craft immediately if I don't get it when I do my deck opening tomorrow. Which is called Toki Time Tinkerer. The card text reads as follows: Battle Cry, add a random legendary minion from the past to your hand. So they clarified what that means, because, you know, like the text is kind of like unclear.
Right.
And legendary minion from the past means add a legendary card which has been moved out of standard play.
God damn it.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb.
Now, like, it's random, and obviously there are, like, dozens of legendaries which have been moved out of standard already. And, like, some of them are pretty bad because Blizzard likes their joke cards. But, like, I cannot wait for the first time somebody gets, like, a Dr. Boom off of this.
Jesus. So it's like, it's the Princess Peach of Hearthstone.
Yep.
Just pulling turnips until you get a bomb or some bullshit, like a beam sword.
Yeah. So, like, it's a pretty silly card. But yeah, like, I like the direction they've gone in with this expansion. It's fun. There's a lot of silly cards. There's also like a lot of stuff here which isn't necessarily RNG like reliant. So that way, if you don't necessarily want to try and build the meme dream, you don't necessarily need to. Like lots of good solid cards. Like Phantom Militia is a 3-mana card with Taunt and Echo at 2 attack, 4 health. So that way, if you're playing against an aggro deck, you can just like taunt up to protect yourself. Like there's no RNG there at all. It's just a good solid card with like good function to it. So we'll see. I'm optimistic. I realize I am the only one here dialed into Hearthstone, but I expect to hear about more Hearthstone in the weeks ahead.
All right.
Rocky, what's going on in the world of Fortnite?
Yeah, we don't do that anymore. This week's about PUBG. So PUBG did a couple things this week. One, they quietly released a deathmatch mode, which is called War. And it seems that in the mode, players are allowed to mess around with the game's custom rules by selecting the starting area and player loadouts for all the players.
Oh.
And, yes.
So you can fuck with people, basically.
Well, okay. So
you can fuck with people.
I mean, you can, like, always, but it's a departure from the Battle Royale mode and stepping into more conventional shooter territory, where you can start matches with, like, setting spawns and setting loadouts for players. And also PUBG Corp ran a special event, and it was called the Tequila Sunrise event, which was just all shotguns and melee weapons with 4-man squads. And so also the game, it's like locked in Sunrise, hence the name Tequila Sunrise. And there aren't any care packages in the game. And also the safe zones work a little different as well. The first safe zone is visible, but as soon as the plane goes up in the air, it shrinks a bit, which is also pretty cool. Let me see what else is going on with PUBG. Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty important. PUBG Corp, the developer of the game, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, is suing the mobile developer NetEase, alleging that it violated copyright laws with 2 of its games. It argues that with one of the games, Rules of Survival, NetEase copied PUBG's gameplay and set it up with the intention of launching a clone on mobile devices in order to confuse consumers. There's a direct quote from the document that reads, "On information and belief, defendants intended to create consumer confusion as to the source of Rules of Survival and intended to cause consumers to believe, incorrectly, that Rules of Survival had been developed by PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. On information and belief," that's actually a pretty important phrase, defendants intended to misappropriate consumer goodwill toward PUBG in order to market and gain economic benefit from Rules of Survival. The company also says that there has in fact been confusion in the marketplace as to the source and origin of Rules of Survival, with consumers believing incorrectly that Rules of Survival was developed by PUBG. For example, Rules of Survival has been referred to in the marketplace as PUBG on mobile, mobile PUBG, and the best mobile PUBG. So, I know this is a step removed from what Epic did when they started out with Fortnite. But are they pressing them because NetEase potentially has less tools to fight back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
like, I mean, Epic specifically used the name PUBG when they launched the marketing material for Fortnite. They're like, we love PUBG, and this is our tribute to PUBG, which is hard to remember when we now think about how big Fortnite has gotten, because Fortnite doesn't need to do that anymore in its marketing material for Fortnite, and so they don't. Now they're just like Fortnite, because people know Fortnite, because Fortnite has eclipsed PUBG. Mm-hmm. But when they launched that mode, when they launched their Battle Royale mode, they specifically called out PUBG in the marketing language for it. They said the name of the game. But Epic is also the company that develops the engine which is used by PUBG Corp.
Right.
Which is this weird fucking relationship. I don't think Epic would do anything as stupid as say try and revoke PUBG Corp's license if PUBG Corp sued them, because then nobody would want to use Unreal for anything. Why would you want to get into bed with somebody who would weaponize your license? But I think it is definitely a case of they don't want to go after them because of the fact that they're using their engine, and because Epic is backed up with Tencent money. I think they just get away with it. Or is this a case of PUBG Corp being overly litigious?
I don't know. I mean, NetEase is a pretty solid mid-range target. I wouldn't call it being overly litigious, but this is definitely aggro.
I mean, what I mean by overly litigious is are they making hay while the sun shines? Are they suing somebody where there isn't really reason to sue them? When they say that, quote, ROS has been referred to in the marketplace as PUBG on mobile PUBG, and the best mobile PUBG. They say ROS has been referred to as this, but they don't say if NetEase is the one referring to them as it. Are these customers referring to it as that? And if so, there is a long history of when genres are new, and
so basically, are we saying that Battle Royale games are being called PUBG,
right.
All tissues are being called Kleenex?
Right, exactly.
Is that the problem?
Right.
Yeah.
So, if that's the problem, I don't think they have a foot to stand on as far as that goes, because Kleenex tried that and failed.
Yes.
Well, but one thing I feel like highlighting, and I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure PUBG actually has a mobile app out there now.
Yes.
And so, by having, games like Rules of Survival and other PUBG clones referred to as PUBG on mobile PUBG, or even the best mobile PUBG, which is the last one is probably up for contention, but the first two intentionally confused from PUBG Corp's actual mobile PUBG app.
Right.
So what we need to know is who's calling it mobile PUBG. If it's the consumers, I don't think they could do anything about that. I really don't.
And if their contention is that if customers are doing it, it's because customers are literally confused and don't understand that this is not PUBG, I think that they're going to need to do more to make that case. There was a time in the 90s when, after Doom was introduced, a lot of games writers, to circle back to something we talked about earlier, didn't have the words to describe this genre, to describe this genre of games. And so they just described this emerging genre of games where you were shooting people as Doom clones. Hexen, it's a Doom clone. Duke Nukem, it's a Doom clone. Quake, it's a pretty good Doom clone. And then somebody coined the phrase first-person shooter, which we now take for granted. But there was a time in games writing when
that wasn't what they called them.
Yep. And there was a time in games writing when, shortly after Super Mario Brothers came out, when games where you were a little dude hopping on shit were referred to as Mario clones.
And not side-scrolling adventure games. Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Platform games.
Yep. So
adventure games, platform games. Yeah.
So I think that
are we in that stage?
Yeah, I don't think there's necessarily the level of market confusion that PUBG Corp is necessarily contending that there is. I think it's that, like, games, media, and culture have not necessarily settled on an easily digestible phrase that they like yet for this genre.
What would you call it?
I like Battle Royale. I think it adequately describes exactly what it is. I mean, there is the problem that, like, that is directly influenced by a movie called Battle Royale. But again, I mean, elimination arenas, I mean, I suppose that's one.
Tournament arcs. I think Battle Royale's okay.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with it being taken from a movie, you know? I mean, it's not like is there an impending Battle Royale movie? Like a Battle Royale movie, not a movie set as a Battle Royale? Does that make sense? I don't think there's one coming out titled Battle Royale, because it's already out. Fine. Whatever, anyway, I think that's fine. I think Battle Royale's good. I agree. So instead of, if these are in the product description saying PUBG on mobile, why not that they could easily just change it to say mobile battle royale. You know?
Yeah.
That's a quick fix.
I don't think their grapes would be any less sour if they did that. Like, there's some stuff that, like, Player Unknown himself has said about other games in this space where he's like, I wish you could copyright game mechanics. And it's like,
No?
It's like, my dude, we have already been down that path legally. You know, we've already explored this legal territory, and that's not a thing. So, settle down and have a Diet Coke. So we'll see.
Have a full sugar Coke, man. Just bite that bullet. Full sugar Coke.
So, other than the wild, wild world of PUBG, what else is going on?
We got the wild, wild world of Nier Automata was almost canceled because Yoko Taro doesn't like the morning.
What?
Which, like, honestly, big mood. Big mood. So there was recently, you know, an interview with the famous Yoko Taro and his ridiculous hat, his ridiculous face hat. And, he said in it that literally the game Nier Automata was almost canceled because he couldn't get up early enough. Basically, Platinum Games' start of the workday is 9:30 a.m. And as a freelancer, quote, I can't wake up that early. So we actually had 1 month where we were constantly arguing about it, and Nier Automata actually was about to be canceled because their start of time was too early for me, and that's not a joke. And now I guess Platinum Games has free time, which is a rolling schedule where you can come in whenever you want, so he doesn't have that issue anymore.
Jesus.
So hopefully there's not gonna be a threat of any more Yoko Taro crazy projects because of early morning schedules.
Well, actually, early morning schedules have been proven to be generally ineffective, that people generally work best when they actually start working around 10 a.m. That's when the best work gets done. We've been trying to change that for schools for like the past decade or so.
Well, that has to do more with like the teen sleep schedule, doesn't it? Because like teens automatically, like, their bodies are better adjusted to staying up late at night.
I'm not sure if it's specific to the teen schedule.
That was the argument I'd seen. But whatever, I'm down. I don't start work until 10 a.m. generally. But, like, I also hate getting out at 6, so whatever. That's a thing. Anyway, so, let's see what else. Yeah, that's it. Boop.
The guy is such a weird cat, man. Like,
I know. I love it.
He's a weird dude, and I'm about it.
Wait, are we talking about Garfield or Yoko Taro?
Yoko Taro!
Yeah.
Okay.
On the other hand, Nier Automata has become so successful that Square Enix considers Nier a main franchise, which means maybe more Nier projects.
Because I can't wait to see what happens with it now that Square Enix has figured out it makes money.
I'm really excited. I love it. I'm down for more. Please,
I mean, as always, I don't trust Square Enix.
Let me be another beautiful robot. Please. Let me give 9S a good end. He deserves happiness. He did nothing wrong. Can I get one of those round hats, Yoko Taro? Can I have the face hat? Can I have the freaky face hat?
You mean the moon face thing?
The robot moon face thing, yeah.
Oh man.
I'm real interested to know, Rocky, don't listen to this. This is a spoiler. Rocky, play the damn game! I'm interested to know why when the corrupt robots, when the moon face shows up, why they're all spiky and creepy. Like, why do the corrupt robots turn all spiky and creepy and vomity and drooly and stuff? And like, how do the moon faces change from that weird smile moon face to like the scary monster moon face? Is that in the other game?
No.
No?
No.
Can we, Yoko Taro, will you please explain? Please explain? Please explain. I want to know. I want to know. So, like, yeah. What else is new in the gaming division?
There's some weirdness up at Amazon.
When is there not weirdness up at Amazon, though?
Well,
the people-less grocery store.
I mean, first of all, I finally got my money back for that butter dish, but Twitch, owned by Amazon, has done some layoffs. They haven't revealed the exact number of employees who they laid off, but the smoke on the street, Twitch, owned by Amazon, has done some layoffs. They're not really saying how many there were, but the word is that it was 25 people cut from Twitch studios and marketing teams. In a statement to GamesBeat, Twitch said, after a record-setting 2017 with strong successes with Overwatch League and Fortnite, Twitch has an aggressive growth strategy for 2018 with plans to increase our headcount by approximately 30%, and calls the layoffs team adjustments. So the word is that these layoffs were specifically in their esports divisions.
That's weird.
Yeah. So I'm wondering what that necessarily means, because, you know, they stepped up their relationship with Activision Blizzard for the Overwatch League. So I'm wondering if what that means is that that Twitch is looking for more of an outsourcing / partner relationship for their esports development. Like, why develop esports when you can just go ahead and let Activision do it? You know, that kind of thing. And the growth that they've experienced around Fortnite, while Fortnite is a competitive game, hasn't certainly been around the esports scene.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if they've decided that they anticipate the growth of Twitch going in a different direction, or that they don't necessarily need to directly oversee the growth of the esports community.
Well, they definitely need to oversee the growth of the esports community, because, like, esports is more often than not full of head asses, and they need babysitting.
Yep.
It's weird that these layoffs are actually happening the way that they are.
Yep. Something which I think additionally colors that is that Amazon Game Studios announced Breakaway is, quote, no longer in active development. Since our last announcement, we have worked to implement community feedback and iterate on Breakaway's core gameplay. While we have developed many ideas and made a lot of progress, we are also setting a very high bar for ourselves. In spite of our efforts, we didn't achieve the breakthrough that made the game what we hope it could be. After a lot of soul searching, the team decided to focus on new ideas. So, Jesus, like, this, knowing that the layoffs at Twitch were in esports and that Amazon Game Studios has canceled Breakaway, which is Amazon's esports game, is interesting because, like, it's not like Amazon Game Studios did any layoffs. The layoffs were at Twitch, not at the game studio. So it means that, like, now there's a whole bunch of headcount at Amazon Game Studios that can be, like, refocused and retasked. Like, what did you guys think of Breakaway? Did you ever see any footage of it? Did either of you even get into the alpha and get to fuck with it? Like, what?
Yeah, I actually don't know anything about Breakaway.
Yeah, me either.
Breakaway wanted very desperately to be like this, like, Twitch intensive cross between, like, an arcade sports game and a MOBA. With, like, with, audience integration tools. The biggest problem I saw with it was that, like, it wasn't readily apparent that you, like, it was not easy to figure out what the fuck was going on when you were watching Breakaway. Because, like, whenever they would show Breakaway, I'd be like, what is even happening? And the character designs were the sameiest shit you've ever seen. Like, they even did, like, a character refresh, like, a year ago, where they're like, we're refreshing these characters to make them even more hot for the kids today. And they somehow managed to take the characters and make them even sameier. Like, they took the most generic ass characters and managed to make them even more generic.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, they look like the kind of shit, like, like, they're really bad. Let me see if I can. I'll drop this onto the Facebook this week. Like, here's a good comparison of what the characters in Breakaway used to look like versus what they thought was the big helpful change.
Yeah, that...
Yep. I mean, these characters look like... So we're aware that Blizzard has money. As a design philosophy.
Design philosophy.
So, like, we are aware that people give Blizzard money, and we would like to have some percentage of that money.
It looks like somebody took Overwatch and League and squished them together.
Yep.
And then just drew and then, like, everything is drawn by the people who do World of Warcraft.
It is just the sameiest shit. So, I mean, I could see abandoning it like hell. Like, I think abandoning it was probably a good idea.
Where'd this pirate chick go?
Apparently she wasn't samey enough.
She did.
Yeah, same with the Western dude. He looks
the Western
cool.
dude becomes like a druid dude.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You mean the druid lady?
No.
Apparently it's not high noon enough.
You have to scroll down in the thread. It takes a while to get there.
So Amazon says they'll be refocusing its efforts elsewhere. and that the other 2 games that they announced at TwitchCon 2016. And for those of you who don't recall TwitchCon 2016 and the games that were announced, one of them was New World, a sandbox survival MMO where people are trying to colonize early North America, which is crawling with Lovecraftian monsters. And the other one is Crucible, a game which drops 12 players into an arena while a 13th player functions as game master and streams the event and challenges with the help of audience participation. Players can choose to turn on each other or help one another. So, like,
The Division.
Like, neither one of these really light my dick on fire. So, I mean, any thoughts on this, guys?
I'm looking at these characters and somehow I'm already bored.
Yep. Seems about right.
Yes. I feel like I've seen this game. I've played this game. I've put this game on a shelf.
Oh, let's be fair. Like, you've traded this game in, Tegan.
Not even. It's like I haven't played it since like March of last year minimum. You know? But like I won't give it away cuz like what if I want to play it again? Yeah. But I'm never going to want to play it again. So like I don't know why I'm still holding on to it.
Nice.
Ah, well.
Tegan.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
I got a hot rumor.
Nice.
Oh, do you now?
Are we interested in some hot rumors?
The hottest of rumors.
All right, so lean in, guys. Apparently, the developer of The Division is making a battle royale game.
What?
Right, I know. Oh my god. Apparently, Ubisoft has commissioned Massive to start looking into the battle royale game type in January of this year, and Massive has reported back to their owners that they could cook up something fun in a pretty short amount of time, especially considering The Division itself contains almost all of the ingredients needed to make this kind of shooter. A spokesperson from Ubisoft issued a short statement saying, quote, "We don't comment on rumors or speculation."
Hey, you remember that time people went to Ubisoft for comment on the like, hey y'all, are you making a Mario meets Rabbids tactical shooter? And they're like, we don't comment on rumors or speculation.
I seem to recall those exact words coming from a spokesperson previously.
I mean, I think we all knew this shit was going to be inevitable from like the AAA publishers. They could only see this money coming out of like the indie and quasi-indie space and Epic for so long without going like, oh god, we could get some of that. We could have some of that.
I mean,
like,
this literally like invented a new AAA publisher, man.
Some would argue too, because Epic was like mostly known for their tech before this, and PUBG Corp was mostly known for Korean-ass MMOs. So, yeah, there's a lot of money in this business, and I don't doubt that Ubisoft wants some of it. Like, I guess what I wish Ubisoft would do with their 100 dudes jumping out of a plane game, though, is I would like for their 100 dudes jumping out of a plane game to be like their take on the Smash genre. I want to be a Ubisoft guy jumping out of a plane. I want to be like an assassin jumps out of a plane, a rabbit jumps out of a plane, some Far Cry guy jumps out of a plane, Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell jumps out of a plane, maybe Rayman 2. Like,
oh, Jesus.
Especially if they had like specific skills or traits that came from them being who they are. Like Assassin's Creed dudes can hide in bushes. maybe like rabid guys have like a whole bunch of like health, so that way they can like soak damage while like shouting rabid style.
So you mean like a survival hero fighter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam Fisher can see in the dark with his night vision goggles. Like, I'd be all over that. I mean, obviously that's not what it's going to be. It's probably going to be some guys with puffy jackets hunting around for 4 rounds of ammo in an empty house, and all the best like hiding in bathtub tech you can find.
Well, no, it's going to be like, I think one of the things they're going to do is have, instead of a wide open, like, natural biome, like, they'll have, like, an urban environment. Like, you're just dropped into, like, a cityscape where, like, the entire game is tilted towers. But, like, instead of, like, I guess having destructible environments, you have to, like, explore, like, this city for the gear that you need.
How do you make it exploring a city without making the game take too long? Because, like, let's say you're on the 8th floor of a skyscraper and the circle contracts. Like, you now have to get out of that 8th floor. Do you just give everybody, like, wingsuits so that way they can just shoot out a window and then jump out?
I mean, at the very least, you just give everyone, like, zip lines and, like, booster jumps. But also, maybe just not make the buildings that tall.
If I'm going to be in an urban environment, I want to climb up some empire-ass state building.
Maybe instead of the circle getting smaller exclusively, maybe like the top of the dome also comes down.
That'd be interesting, since you like start on really tall buildings and you end up like on the ground floor eventually.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tegan,
that might be neat.
For somebody who's never played any one of these games, that is a fucking sick, great idea.
Really? Really? Aw, that's so nice.
No, it's really good.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it would definitely be a lot more relevant in an urban environment, but like, damn, like, I could totally see that. Because it makes the urge to, like, climb to the top of these buildings as quick as possible. Like, oh god, like, what if there's like a sniper rifle on like the 20th floor of that building? I got to get up there and get down as quickly as possible. Like, that's cool.
You can't see it, but I'm really pleased.
How do you guys feel about the prospect of an Ubisoft Battle Royale game?
Could be cool. Okay.
Can the Rabbids cosplay?
Oh god.
Of course.
Can we get if we can get permissions for the Rabbids to cosplay? I'm in.
Well, I think Ubisoft owns Rabbids, so then it's fine.
They own Rabbids, but they don't own access. They don't own the rights to like all of the Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, so they just have like Far Cry
Rabbids. Cosplay as other Ubisoft
Far
properties.
Cry Rabbids. Oh,
Rayman Rabbids.
Assassin Rabbids.
Assassin Rabbids. Oh, I'm down.
See, now Tegan loves Rabbids. It's kind of amazing.
Only in costume. I only love them in costume. I saw a game case of just the Rabbids, and I was like, ugh. But I love the Rabbids in costume. Are there taunts? Are there taunts?
Yeah, of course there are.
Dude. I want the Rabbid taunts.
But also, like, I have to say this, like, Division is probably, like, the coolest looking game that I never actually played. And it's not like that I couldn't, like, it wasn't on systems that were unavailable to me. Like, it's just whenever I actually thought about picking up the Division, I decided to go do something else.
That's kind of my relationship with Ghost Recon Wildlands. Where I'm just like, man, I could go fight the man on Cocaine Mountain. Or not.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Because I remember watching some of the Division, and it looked cool. And, like, but it looked cool enough that I felt like I was satisfied by simply watching bits of it and not sitting down with the experience. But it would be interesting to see something like that, like, watched and see how that, like, develops, like, in streaming culture. It might just be a good show to watch as opposed to, like, a game that I actually need to play.
100 men wearing puffy jackets jump out of a plane. It's cold.
It's very
well,
cold.
Tegan, thank you for delivering the hottest rumor this week.
Well, about that.
About that?
Yeah.
Is there a hotter rumor? Do we need to lean in?
Well, lean in if you want. Like,
I'm leaning in.
I'm
leaning in so close.
It turns out that Semi-Accurate has new PS5 details for us.
What?
And
I just got a PS4. Are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah, I don't know when it's coming out, but I do know that the report tells us that the PS5 is going to use AMD's Navi as its base architecture, but not specifically using its actual setup. Just that's the base. The CPU is a custom Zen, and apparently a large amount of dev kits have already gone out. So it's not completely out of the question if the PS5 comes out, holiday 2018. But it's not definitive. But it's a sure sign that the launch is getting close, considering how many dev kits have actually just gone out. Also, it seems like VR tech is being made a part of the PS5 at the silicon level. So we're looking at VR support being right out of the box, and it might actually ship with a VR headset. And while it is still a rumor, because there's no announcement, Semi-Accurate is actually on the nose with a lot of things like this. They had leaks regarding the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Switch before they actually launched, and all of them turned out to be true. So, we might end up with a real VR PS5 that might be coming out late 2018, possibly early 2019.
Hey, do you guys remember that time that Sony conquered the world with the PlayStation 2 and then completely fucked up the PlayStation 3 launch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I'm vaguely aware.
Okay. And do you remember that time that Microsoft had an incredible amount of market share and goodwill from the Xbox 360 and completely fucked up the Xbox One launch?
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody think that telling people VR is baked into this and here's a headset is a good way for Sony to alienate people?
Maybe. So one of the things that I feel bad about with Sony is that when they made the PlayStation, I remember one of the unsung features of it was that it was a functioning CD player and that you could play CDs at your home. And the natural escalation of that was DVDs with the PS2, which is also a really big deal. But what they try to do with the PS3, they try to adopt the new video technology and adapt Blu-ray into a gaming system. But what they ended up doing was selling a fairly affordable Blu-ray player, but a very expensive game system. And while I understand that was a nearly fatal misstep for the PS3, I'm not sure if VR baked into the PS5 is a similar mistake.
The thing that gets me, though, is that, all right, so there are certain inherent problems to VR right now. Mm-hmm. One is that inside-out tracking, meaning that you don't need to set up little lighthouses. Inside-out tracking is expensive,
right,
in a big way. And if you don't want to use inside-out tracking, then that means you need to set up these little sensors around your room to monitor your position. So you either need a lot of space, or you need inside-out tracking, which is really expensive. The other big problem is that whenever you put on a VR headset, you look like the fucking Predator monster because you have all these wire dreadlocks hanging out the back of your head, and you're stepping all over wires constantly. The PlayStation Move controllers also suck shit. And if they're going to make PS5 backwards compatible to PS4, which would make sense since they're both are going to be based on x86 architecture, then it would mean that PS VR backwards compatibility would likely be impossible unless they keep those PS Move controllers that suck. So continue having lousy VR and need to put up a bunch of lighthouses around your room, or have much better VR, but tell people that all the VR stuff that they bought for their PS4 doesn't work. Sophie's choice. I mean, I suppose they could pull a Nintendo and tell people, you can use all your dopey controllers from the last console, even though there are new controllers this time. Because that didn't cause any confusion for Nintendo with the Wii U at all. Also, like, the price...
I like the idea of having a VR headset included, you know? Like,
yeah.
And I like that if they are doing it, they're already like, here are the dev kits. Like, here's everything you would need to make your game a VR game with our thing. Concerned for the price?
Yeah,
concern for the setup, I think, are totally legit.
I think you're right, Tegan. Like, I think that with some of the stuff that they're talking about here, like using like a Zen and using the Navi as the base architecture, like right now, that's pricey. Like, it's less pricey, like fall 2019 or less pricey 2020, but I know that there is some like hesitance around doing another long generation by Microsoft and Sony, because like the PS3/Xbox 360 generation was pretty long.
But also, like, are my games for my PS4 gonna be backwards compatible?
My guess is almost certainly. If Sony does not have backwards compatibility...
At this point, Microsoft's just like, fucking every game you own, all of them, play all of them, goddamn, we don't give a shit. You want our newest system? Great, we'll update the fucking graphics for you, go for it, play your own game, you love that game? Perfect. Like, whatever. But like, I gotta get a re-release of Kingdom Hearts so that I'm ready for Kingdom Hearts 3. I couldn't have just picked up Kingdom Hearts for the PS2 or the PS3. Like, all those PS3 games I just can't play. Like, I just want to play my games. I want to play all the games. I can't play the games. You gotta re-release the games so I can play them. Like, I want to be able to upgrade my system without having to lose everything all the time, you know? And like, with Microsoft being so good about that, and Sony's their main rival, like, Sony's gotta make this one backwards compatible, or it's not gonna fly as well.
I mean, if they're running off x86 architecture this time, there's no reason for it to not be backwards compatible. But I can see, with just current management philosophies at Sony, them inventing some bullshit reason. Like, let's not forget that Jim Ryan, who is now deputy pants shitter over there, said, "Who wants to play old games?" when talking about backwards compatibility.
Fucking everyone who owns an Xbox. Are you shitting me?
The PS3 was introduced in 2006, and the Xbox 360 was introduced in 2005, and the Xbox One and PS4 respectively were introduced in 2013. So, like, I know, like, it doesn't feel like it, but this generation is 5 years old at this point. Like, damn. It does not feel like it. Time has flown. When do you guys think Sony's going to drop this thing?
Honestly, I know that 2018 is not out of the question, but I think it's either at the end of Q1 of 2019 if they don't push it all the way to holiday.
You think it'll be sellable then?
I think they could start selling it like spring 2019. But if they're trying to do like the VR bundle, I don't think holiday this year is honestly a good idea. I would push it to 2019. But that's me.
I see official announcement 2019. Actual system release March 2020.
Okay. I could believe that.
So you're thinking a 7-year-long generation for the
PS4. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's still short, given like how Sony actually runs things. Like, usually, like I think the PS2 had like a 10-year console cycle.
I think 13.
So. 13, yeah. And then the PS1 was, I think, actually hit double digits too. I think PS3 was like their flub, and it was a little under like 8 years, I think.
I mean, the difference there is that like there are periods of time where the PS1 and PS2 lived side by side in harmony.
And then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
And then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Exactly right, Tegan. And then there were times when the PS2 and PS3 lived side by side in harmony. But I think the difference is now that like Sony has moved to a culture where they want to get people out of the old machine as soon as possible. They want, like, before they were content to be like, okay, you want to keep on buying games for the PS2, fine, that's okay. You want to keep on buying games for the PS1, fine, that's okay. Like, I think like Dragon Quest 7 was like one of the biggest games for the PS1, and it came out, I think, like 2001?
I think that's right, yeah.
Yeah, and Shadow of the Colossus like came out in October of 2005 in North America, and then like it didn't even come out in Europe until like Q1 of 2006. Like the PS3 was already like an announced idea at this point, and they're dropping Shadow of the Colossus, which was like the marquee title of marquee titles for the PS2.
Well, I might have to look at like how they marketed it again, but I vaguely remember Shadow of the Colossus being a surprise in terms of like how well it actually performed.
Yeah, like I'd have to go back and look at some sales numbers. I remember expectations for that game being pretty large.
Because if I remember correctly, because I know people were like hyped for it, but I remember like Ico wasn't a proven property. It was appreciated, but it didn't do huge numbers.
Right.
And then like Shadows did like more numbers in my recollection, more numbers than anyone actually expected. But I might be wrong. I honestly can't remember.
Yeah. I mean, it's evident from the way that Microsoft has started to like talk about their products that they are going to, whenever they finally introduce their next console, treat it like it's NBD. Be like, hey, y'all, here's a new Xbox. It's part of our family of Xbox products. There's some games that just work on it. So, like, maybe you'll upgrade sometime. I don't know. When I hang out.
Yeah, but, like, don't worry. You'll be able to play all your Xbox One games on this new Xbox.
It's cool. Most of your 360 games work on it, too. Isn't that awesome? What's up?
Yeah, the ones that don't work, we're working on getting graphical patches for, but you know, that really depends on the creators, so like, maybe talk to them about it.
It's cool, man. We're still trying to get the rights to that soundtrack for Lollipop Chainsaw again. It'll happen.
Yeah. Give it some time, man.
I mean, like, Microsoft has an announced press conference. Well, I guess at this point, it happened yesterday. But Microsoft has a press conference on the books for the 10th, where the topic of the press conference is further backwards compatibility releases for the original Xbox. And people are ape shit about it on the internet. Like, oh my god, like, what original Xbox titles are going to go backwards compatibility? Is it going to be Jet Set Radio Future? Is it going to be Gun Valkyrie? Like, people are nuts because they want to play old games. And Microsoft, by kind of like moving to this model where they don't just talk about the Xbox One and they use the language, quote, the Xbox family of products, it's evident that what they're going to do with their next console is just like introduce it like it's, say, like the next iPad or next iPhone. Not like doing a thing where like, hey, everybody, the world stops because here's the new thing. But giving a feeling like, hey, upgrade to this thing when you're comfortable because all of our products have stuff that you want.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, this one's going to include X many more Xbox 360 titles that you can play on it.
Right. And Xbox One and original Xbox. But
right.
I feel like Sony with these like big VR bets is more forward looking. I think that they could shore up their position with backwards compatibility, but with the amount of tech that they want to bake into this thing, it feels like it could be a kind of expensive box.
Can I just say that with the Nintendo Labo Robo Kit, Nintendo is basically proving that their machine is already a VR machine. The Robo Kit, you put the actual screen in the headset, the Switch part itself, and then you put the Joy-Cons in the arms. For $400 total, you've got a home console, a portable console, and a VR machine?
What we're trying to say is that we love you, Nintendo. Keep doing what you're doing.
And if you find Tegan's claims that the Switch is a VR machine, please direct your angry ats to her.
Hi, at me on Twitter, Impossible Coin, or someone like me, or at me on the Tumblr at Impossible Coin. I'm there. Don't at me on Facebook. At Brian on Facebook, and he'll let me know about it, though.
Or, you know, you could come by the Discord. We'll get to that later. Whatever. Discord's a thing.
Well, guys, as you may or may not know, Steam is a platform where products are released.
How did we do on the Steam release last week? Was that the part where we shit in the coffee maker?
Somerset.
Were we right? Were there only 4 or 5 games that came out? I'm so confused. You need to make an SOP.
We need an SOP, man.
I did enjoy Tegan lamenting the lack of an SOP. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, we're not making 3-ring binders for what to do if each one of us is out.
I just want 1 page, my dude. Just 1 page. Here's how you do the goddamn Steam game. Here's how you do the goddamn what came out on Steam today section. Because you're the only one who knows.
Apparently. It's pretty wild.
Were you guys genuinely flummoxed by this?
Yeah, we were trying so hard, you don't understand.
Yeah, so like, I know the show was actually at like 1:32, but there was like a solid 6 minutes I cut out, which was just me and Tegan trying to figure out how to fucking do what came out on Steam today.
Oh my god, we're just like, is this which filters did we use the right filters? I'm only counting this many games. This doesn't seem right. How many games do you have? How do I have 1 more game than you do when we refreshed at the same time?
Yeah, that was
well,
very
guys,
dumb.
I've got good news. 97 games came out on Steam yesterday.
Okay.
How many came out today so far?
We're up to 6. 3 came out while we were recording, so we went from 3 to 6. But in the hottest, weirdest thing that has ever happened while we've been recording, a game changed its name while we were recording.
Oh, okay.
So it'll obviously be the first one we'll talk about today.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. What was it before?
Evil Dead.
What is it now?
Sinister Zombies.
Mr. Zombies?
Sinister Zombies.
Sinister Zombies. I like Mr. Zombies better.
Same.
I agree. I would play a game called Mr. Zombies. So there is a avatar in this game, which is clearly supposed to be Ash from Evil Dead. Apparently somebody said, like, hey, my dude, you might get sued. In fact, you likely will get sued.
Right, of course.
So he has changed the name of this game post haste to Sinister Zombies with like some crappy like drop shadow logo. But yeah, this game was called Evil Dead like not 2 hours ago. And as I sat here refreshing and I watched the name change, I'm like, that's so great. So good for him. The description is casual simulator of survival in the world of zombie apocalypse. Take on the role of the last survivor, desperately beating from the living dead. How long can you stay on 3 infinite levels?
Oh god, wait, but why do I need 3 infinite levels? They're already infinite.
Aesthetic.
God damn it.
One's in a hospital, one's in a school, and one's in an open street. How close was I?
Let's see here. We got our open street. Let's see what else we can find. This appears to be like the edge of a military base.
Oh, fuck. Military base. Forgot about
also,
military base.
I'm gonna guess like cabin for the third one, right?
And the other one appears to be just further away from a city.
Aw, damn it. That's like farm territory. Rocky was closer.
Yeah. I was thinking about barn as soon as I said fucking cabin.
Your features include endless gameplay, 3 colorful locations of the post-apocalyptic world, 10 kinds of weapons, 3 special skills, an improvement system based on earning money, experience, and rank, cartoon graphics and fun animations, slaughter soundtrack. And here comes the good one. 500 easy achievements. Sinister Zombies clocks in at $1.79.
Don't make achievements easy to get, you fucks.
How about the 500
Boring.
achievements part?
That's too many. Also, 500 achievements might not be so bad, but for this game, it sounds like it's bad.
How about Music Boy 3D?
Music Boy! Play the song, Mr. Music Boy.
Music Boy 3D is a rhythm-based 3D runner game.
Dance, monkey, dance.
So like...
Oh, Jesus.
what's it called? The one... There's rainbows. And you play as a captain. Bit Trip Runner.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I like Bit Trip Runner.
Imagine Bit Trip Runner if it was complete trash.
Man, well, fuck. I don't want it.
In a dystopian city of the future lives a superhero.
No.
Dash Music Boy.
No.
The only way to save residents and the city is to play bouncing music.
God damn it.
Game features. Press the buttons to do the rhythm of the song. This is just so
really?
fun.
Really? That's what you do? You press the buttons? Whatever. It's okay. I'm not going to do this game. I'm not going to let it get under my skin.
Accuracy. The game uses MBOY rhythm maps. This ensures accuracy and perfect hit of the notes in the rhythm.
Oh my god.
This game has an editor for creating rhythm maps. This allows you to create custom tracks and use your own music. The editor supports MP3, OGG, and WAVE audio. Random generation.
Okay. That's alright. It's fine. It's okay. Good.
Head tracking. Game uses webcam to track head movements. You
can
move the head to...
Absolutely not. Webcam? Whatever. Okay. No, it's fine. I'm not going to
This game is creeping on me, and I don't appreciate it.
I'm very upset.
I don't want to be creeped on, game.
Bad enough you're already a shitty bitch.
You are allowed to slow down the time to be more precise and collect more notes.
No! That's not... That's... It's okay.
I don't believe that's how that works.
It's not how it works. Tegan is correct.
Different game modes. Offers different camera position, back, top, or front. Choose the mode that best suits the music. This game supports any genre of music, including rock, electronic, pop, and others.
Okay, wait, hold on. I have a question.
Yep.
In what world would I need to change the perspective of my rhythm game based on the song?
What if the game was Music Boy?
But what if? I feel like Brian just turned around from the map with all the red lines. Just like, what if the game was Music Boy?
Just screaming at it. He's just Charlie Day.
Yep.
God damn it.
Then they have a list of the songs that are included.
Okay.
Including Snack Mix by Mitchette. City Life by Zepp Herm featuring Donny Ozone. Fucking Bounce by Vantage 600.
Wait, is it called Bounce or is it actually called fucking Bounce?
It's called Fucking Bounce.
God. Okay.
The Game Has Changed by CDK featuring My Free Mickey. Atmo by Mitchette. And Doc Holliday's Gun Show by Techno Axe.
Okay, no, I hate this game. Like, I don't know who made it, but I will find out. I am going to punish this person for bringing this game into existence and now making it a part of my world.
It's in early access.
Of course it is.
It's just $3.99. And when you're on the main product description page for the game, it says Music Boy 3D. But when you're on the list, when you're browsing the list of new games, there it's listed as Music Boy 3D Demo. Yeah. So that's Trixie Hobbits. How about Dragon Ward? A retro-inspired arcade game with focus on resource management. Hey, you know what wasn't in the classic arcade games? Resource management. For $4.49, you can play Dragon Ward. And it's a retro-inspired arcade game. It features beautiful, simple, 4-color pixel art and remarkable chiptune music. You're a newbie traveler on the road to the Dragon's Nest. Gameplay. All right, buckle up, guys.
Oh, no.
Walk a lot. Fight fearsome monsters. Live odd events. Make choices to survive. Save money for the lunch or lose it in dice game.
That's what happens to all my money.
Cook on the fire pit. Venture in dangerous dungeons. Walk more.
Is that another bullet point?
It is.
You serious? All
yep.
right. Oh my god. Okay.
Step over deadly traps. Collect mysterious writings. Get stronger. Take rides with experienced people. Beat the mighty dragon. Also features offline scoreboard so you can compete with your grandpa.
Wait, does it actually say compete with your grandpa?
Yep.
Brian, please, I earnestly need to know the answer to this question. Brian?
Yes, I said yes.
No, we didn't hear anything.
Yeah, we didn't hear anything.
Brian died.
So, Brian, you're saying that it does say that there's an offline scoreboard so that you can compete with your grandpa. That's actual text.
Yep.
On the Steam page.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, I hate Steam. How do we destroy it? Brian, what do we need to do?
Well, before we can destroy it, we'll probably need to play Vectorborn.
What? Why?
Vectorborn is an arcade bullet hell style game. Okay. Blast through waves of unique enemies, collect powerful upgrades, destroy everything that stands in your way. Controller support, 4 levels, several playable ships. Setting controls. Much more to come. I'm glad the fact that they have a settings menu as a bullet point.
I'm actually upset that they're saying that like one of their selling points of their bullet hell game is to destroy everything, which is like antithetical to a bullet hell. Like, you're not supposed to be able to destroy everything. You're supposed to be like just trying to survive. Like, Jesus.
It is 59 cents.
Okay.
It is not an early access, but the description says fully playable game at the moment, but there is much more to come. Future updates may include an even more diverse array of weapons and playable characters.
So it is an early access.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What other fun games came out today? Oh, here we go. Yeah. You guys are familiar with the Achievement Hunter series? I believe we've discussed it before from
Not
Poodle
again.
Industries.
Are you serious?
Is there another one?
Yep. Achievement Hunter Witch.
Okay.
Achievement Hunter Witch. In this 2D shooter, you will play for the witch who wants to stop the enemies who are trying to destroy your city. Game has 5,000 achievements.
What?
And
how? 5,000?
yes.
I'm
Is minimum allowable price.
I'm so tired. Tired of this dude.
I think Achievement Hunter is like probably our favorite.
Okay.
But whatever the opposite of a favorite is.
So Brian, can we bring this guy on the show? Like, just so I can yell at him? Is that okay? Maybe he won't come. I'll edit this out. I swear I will. But like,
how about rabbit : jigsaw puzzles?
Brian, why are you doing this to me, man?
Rabbit jigsaw puzzles. It's a clever and colorful learning experience. Puzzles are challenging young minds, teaching and preparing them for life and very important life skills. Rabbit jigsaw puzzles. It's clever and colorful learning experience. Perfect for all ages. Rotation mode for greater challenge. Many bright watercolor puzzle images. Colorful puzzling atmosphere. Traditional puzzle gameplay. Simple controls to make it easy to solve picture.
Man, okay, so like I'm not a fan of gatekeeping, just in general. Like I think everyone deserves a shot, but I don't know why you're doing this to me, Brian, but I am inspired to work for Steam, if not only to keep nonsense like this out. Like I will be Heimdall at the gates, making sure that stuff like Achievement Hunter and Rabbit Jigsaw Puzzle does not get a seat at the table. If that's what I gotta do, man. Because, like, someone's gotta do this.
Our last game for today...
Oh my god, there's one more.
Yep. Is Knife Hit Dash.
Oh god.
Knife Hit Dash is an interesting simulation that allows you to sharpen your knife throwing skills. Try to become the best in this matter, actively practice in throwing knives, upgrading weapons, and setting a personal record. Knife Hit Dash is the new exciting arcade from the studio D11, in which you have to demonstrate skill in throwing knives. At each level, your task is to plunge all the knives into spinning wooden base. With each new level of knives, each new level of knives will become more, and you will have to try and use every free space. Break apples to unlock new knives. $2.99.
Oh my god. Why is this happening?
What's up, guys? I'm back.
I'm so tired. Brian, please. Oh, man. This shit's ridiculous, dude. Is it at least like a mobile game? Do you really have to play with a mouse? Is it that serious?
No, you're playing this with a mouse, all right.
Oh, man.
I feel like the obvious winner for this week would be Achievement Hunter Witch, but I feel like there was a lot of rage at Music Boy 3D. So
I'm really upset about Music Boy 3D, man.
Tegan, is there one that stood out to you as particularly offensive?
I just want to cry.
I feel you, Tegan.
They're all so bad.
They're all so bad.
Walk a lot. Walk more.
Yeah, there was a second bullet point. Talk about more walking. Why?
5,000 achievements.
5,000. Like someone, I don't even know. Like he got to 1,500 somehow, right? And then he's just like, you know what? I feel like I can do more. I feel like I can keep swinging. And then he made 3,500 more after that.
You know what we do on game day, Rocky?
I've been physically assaulted.
We lace him up and we play.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm very upset. This is wrong. This is. I feel like I need to contact the Geneva Convention, man. Like, I feel like I need to call the feds on Achievement Hunter.
I'd like to file a restraining order against Achievement Hunter. It's been physically abusive.
This is not okay. This is the opposite of all right. This is a pizza burn on the roof of the world's mouth, Brian.
Well, guys, we'd like to thank you for...
It's not even a pizza burn, because it's a good... Pizza's a good thing!
We'd like to thank you for listening to Achievement Hunter Impossible Coin.
Damn it.
Impossible Achievement Coin. The Impossible Achievement Hunter with 10 billion achievements!
The coin of impossible achievements.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Listen more.
Listen more.
Okay, so guys.
Laugh once.
There's an offline leaderboard with your bathrobe grandpa.
I hate this. Why? Why is any of this happening? Okay, no. Okay, guys, we gotta close this out. Guys, if you've enjoyed listening to us, at least this part, because I know it's been a while, we'd appreciate it if you left us reviews on iTunes. Like, if you want this to stop, if you want Brian to stop telling us about these terrible games on Steam, leave us reviews saying so on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. And as a bonus, if you manage to leave it on iTunes, Brian owes you a biscuit and, likely an apology. There's music at the beginning and end of this podcast. It's made by Big Sach. His work is available on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Big Sach NJ, or you can follow him on Twitter at @Hillary_Swank. We do have a Discord. It is all on our social medias, on the Twitter, the Tumblr, and the Facebook, all Impossible Coin. Keep an eye out for Monster Hunter Mondays and Final Night Fridays. And that's all I have for you guys. Brian, Tegan, any thoughts? Any words?
Yeah, I think that I'm going to probably start streaming something other than Final Fight on Fridays because people don't care. And that's fair. They're welcome to that, and I honor that choice. So I'm going to figure out something else.
Well, we did have a suggestion last week.
Yeah, I'm not going to play Fortnite. I'm sorry, kids. I am going to play Fortnite, but Fortnite is going to be me time with my friends like Rocky and Tegan. I don't think it's necessarily something I want to share with people because I don't think I want people to just hear me going, "Oh God," for 2 hours. But I mean, if they wanted that, I could just play Monster Hunter.
I still think you should because we got the Cherry Blossom event, man.
That's true.
Get you a silly dance.
Hey, that's that. Yep. You know what, Rocky? Do you see that ship out there on the sea? It has sailed.
So you're saying you're going to play Sea of Thieves on Fridays?
Ooh, Sea of Thieves on Fridays.
Got him.
Why would I play Sea of Thieves when nobody else is?
What do you mean? There's Brian.
That game's player base collapsed in the space of a week.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of did. People bought that game, and then they realized that there is literally nothing to do. And they're like,
what?
Oh, no. It is the No Man's Sky of pirate games.
No.
I mean,
hold on.
It's a lot of being a bitch to other players.
Sea of Thieves. Concurrent player count. I'll edit this out. I got a lot of editing to do this week.
Sorry.
It's okay, I'll live. Okay, the closed beta had over 300k. I know that. Get a lot of February stuff. Steam charts? No, that's of Guards and Thieves. But I mean, it got 1 million new players last year, the week it came out.
Yeah, Xbox Game Pass is a smart thing. It means that people will play this game without necessarily buying it because they're using Xbox Game Pass, which is also available to PC owners. Like, if somebody doesn't even have an Xbox at this point, they can sign up for Xbox Game Pass. And since every Microsoft title now is coming out on both PC and Xbox, and their target specs for minimum entry into all of their games is a potato, or even sub-potato, that means that there's people who were able to play Sea of Thieves without shelling out $60. And then they're like, oh, so basically what I do is I ride the boat around, I sometimes kill the skeleton man, and I have to hope that I never like queue into a ship with 3 other players, because if I do, they will just throw me in the brig for lulz, which is kind of a problem. There was I've been reading these stories of people who like been 4-man crews where people experience connectivity problems, and then some poor guy being the only member left of his crew, and all of a sudden like 3 people match in, and like he's got stuff in the hold so that way they can go turn in the quest, and they throw him in the brig to try and get him to log out and not get his quest rewards. I mean, I will probably check in on Sea of Thieves once they add more stuff, but I think that like whatever I'm going to play on Fridays will probably be like either like Far Cry, so we can all do dumb together. That's stupid. It's probably good for a couple of weeks. Hating Far Cry together could be a good time. Also, I kind of want to check out Minute. I've been hearing good things.
Minute's weird, man.
Have you gotten into that, Rocky?
I've been watching some stuff. I haven't played it at all.
Yeah,
I still don't get it. Like, I mean, I know what the pitch. Like, I understand it. Right. I don't get it.
So maybe something like that. We'll see. But hashtag Fridays are in development.
Fuck it, Fridays. Brian plays something. You'll see it.
Yeah. Not truly Fuck It Fridays, because Honey Pop is not available on Twitch. But
that's probably okay.
Yeah.
You don't even get to see the fucking in Honey Pop, so whatever.
You just get to see the juicy gaunches.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyway.
Peace.
Bye.
Later.
It's official.